napagana na before. Bakit hindi today, di ba?
Etong matchup ng Aura kontra Blacklist, magiging interesting kasi maraming nagbago sa kanilang lineup. And this head-to-head is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Available starting March 26 at Oppo concept stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms. Head-to-head, Aura kontra Blacklist. Ano nga ba ang ini-expect natin makita para dito?
Ang ini-expect ko lang dito sa laban na to is magiging labanan to ng drafts. Yes?
Yes.
Lahat ng players dito magagaling, lahat may mga mechanical skills, pero magkaiba ng style. And yung style, iba pa yon sa way nila ng drafting.
Ako gusto makita yung leadership again ng Aura. Sana may nagbago from last time, from nung Friday. Kasi I think they need to switch it up again. Kasi especially with JP right now on the field.
Siyempre, ang success ng isang koponan, hindi lang mula sa manlalaro. Meron din tayong mga strategists, ang mga nagpaplano kung ano nga bang dapat gawin. And who will be the head and shoulders above the competition. Put your game face on and finally say goodbye to those awkward #itch@GG moment. Thanks to Head and Shoulders, 100% dandruff-free and itch-free. Now, mas mabango pa. Feeling ko, Rockhart, ginamit mo Head and Shoulders kasi ang bango-bango mo nung dumaan ako sa'yo. At wala kang dandruff
Napansin mo pa yun?
Bago ang buhok. Kaya na ang ating mga coaches. Nandyan si Coach Arcadia and Coach Bonchan. Coach Arcadia, Coach Sunsparks sa MPL titles ng Season 4 and 5. And Coach Aura last season. Ito naman si Coach Bonchan played in Season 2, 4, and 6. So, wala po siyang MPL title pero he brings in tremendous experience simula pa nung Season 2. Is that a big impact para sa kanila?
Sobrang magiging impactful yung kakayahan ni Bonchan, I think, with Arcadia dahil may part na hindi mo ngayon mahuhulaan. Hindi natin mapipredict ngayon kung ano yung picks nitong dalawang coach.
Yeah, that's right. Especially right now, nasabi nga natin, there's a little room for experimentation. If you want to, if you can afford it, kung kaya mo masingit, isisingit mo yan.
Isisingit talaga. Parehas itong teams na to na nag-strategize ng Digi. Meron pa tayong mga pwedeng makita dito na Bane or kahit yung Franco, pwede natin makita. At siguro nga, Nana, pwedeng bumalik eh.
Totoo yun. Actually, isa sa mga pinakagusto ko dito sa parehong coach na to, hindi sila takot na mag-try ng bago. As long as alam nilang gagana, igagawin nila.
Ngayon naman, meron tayong mga key players na inaabangan natin, and these feature players will do all they can para hindi ma-GG. They can, para hindi ma-GG, bring your clay game with Master. Ang sikreto ng mga gwapo. Kung gusto nyo maging gwapo, mag-master na kayo. Tignan natin ang ating mga key players for today. Ayan, Sir Flesha, may napaka-unorthodox ng style niya, yung pickups and build. Yung last game niya, di ba? Yung Grok niya, assassin na may high on dry, pero it works.
Yeah.
Kontra kay Oh My Venus, how is this head-to-head?
Sobrang interesting nito dahil magkaiba sila ng type ng playstyle. Pero masasabi ko lang is pareha silang may capability mag-call. So ngayon, kaninong call ang mas dapat pakinggan?
Actually, that's the thing eh. Kaya yung itong numbers na to, sobrang misleading, no?
Sobra.
Kasi hindi mo dyan ma-measure yung shot call capabilities din ni Raflesha na kahit mas less yung numbers niya, siya ba yung, dehado? Hindi eh. Kasi last season, wasak KDA niyan eh.
Last season, siya nagpauso ng Digi virus.
Oo.
At wala siyang, lahat ng deaths napunta sa kanya.
Alam naman natin itong Sir Flesha, known siya sa mga surprises. Do you think may makikita pa tayong maraming surprises ngayon? Ngayon, may prediction na tayo.
Napakarami. I think ito ata yung series na never nating mapipredict dahil once in a lifetime lang din mangyayari to sa MPL Season 7. First and last meet-up nitong dalawang unorthodox teams na to.
Yep, ang pinaka-focus ko dito, menu side lane, si Oheb versus Benny Cutie, tsaka kay Luwash versus Edward. Napakainit ng mga lane na yan.
Diyan magkakaalaman. Oheb, brand new dito sa ating liga, pero prove niya last week na he belongs against probably one of the strongest gold laners right now. So I think magiging challenge to para sa dalawa sa kanila.
Looking at their strengths, ano sa tingin nyo ang magiging dominant para sa buong koponan, na magiging susi para sa kanilang success for today?
Sa tingin ko para sa Aura, ang kailangan lang nila dito ay yung experience na meron sila. They can pull off comeback games. But for Blacklist, I think ito na yung time na kailangan nilang ilabas yung surprise factor na meron yung team nila.
Yeah, I think kailangan ng Blacklist is mag-pop off yung individual na, sabi ko kanina, side lanes nila. If they can dominate, especially the XP and gold lanes, they can have a lot of control around the map. And yung mid lane kasi, expected natin to, magkakabakbakan si Rafflesia tsaka si Venus dito eh.
Kung meron tayong gustong makita sa laban na to, ano yon?
Digi ako, Digi.
Ako Estes.
Digi Estes.
Digi tsaka Estes, man.
Now, looking at their previous performance, ano ba sa tingin nyo, they need to work on the, alam nyo, uy, baka makita natin ang improvement this game?
Sa tingin ko para sa side ng Blacklist International, for sure magtutuloy-tuloy sila dito ng ng aggressive movements kasi madalas ko nakikita ngayon si Eso na nag-initiate, pero ngayon kailangan nila maging careful kasi they're up against greed din. So, nabanggit mo nga, may labanan sa jungle dito. Sa tingin ko dito magkakabalugbugan.
That's true.
Ano nga ba ang lamang ng Aura kontra sa Blacklist at ang Blacklist kontra sa Aura?
Man, Aura against Blacklist, I think they already have experience. Aura, nakita natin last season, kayang-kaya nilang mag-win streak eh.
Oo.
Gustuhin nila, di ba? At sa Aura naman, sa Blacklist naman, lamang nila is medyo mysterious.
Mysterious
Effect eh.
Mas nakapag-prepare kasi I think ang Blacklist ngayon since yung Aura ay nanalo na nung unang day nila. But again, momentum is on the side of Aura Philippines.
How important is it na may isa na tayong koponan na sumabak na?
Sobrang importante nun eh. Kasi I think mayroong mga surprise factor na sinabi nga ni Rockhart dito. Like for example, yung Bane, pwede sanang hindi pa natin alam na ginagamit pala yun ni Benny Cutie. And ngayon, fully aware na ang Blacklist International. So, pwedeng nag-research na sila. Teka, ano ba yung mga pwedeng counter natin dito sa Bane pick na to?
Actually, madami kang magagawa in 24 hours eh. Let alone the 2 araw halos yung binigay nilang game and isang buong series of information na nasa hawak ngayon ng Blacklist.
Kung meron kayong gustong makita na changes, what would that be?
Changes.
Parang sa tingin ko, mahirap eh. Kasi lahat ng lineup nitong dalawang teams, lahat bago eh.
Totoo
Sa
yan.
kanila lang, probably, again, ito yung laban na magkakasubukan talaga yung mga coaches dito. Bonchan, Dexstar, na nagtutulungan din pagdating sa analysis. At kasama pa dito si Coach Dale na analyst din para sa side ng Aura PH. So talaga ako, gusto ko na lang ma-surprise, gusto ko na lang magulat ng todo.
I agree. Feel like we're gonna have to see, we're gonna have to wait for the game itself to really find out.
Sa tingin niyo ba, dikit ang laban? Kahit wag kayo magsabi ng team, do you think it'll be 2-0?
Sa tingin ko, Game 3.
O Game 3?
Game 3 to. I agree. Game 3.
Iniimbitahan ko ulit kayo na sumali sa ating Mythical Raffle Draw para manalo kayo ng mga in-game prizes, mga papremyo, at para masubukan ang inyong galing pagdating sa ating mga questions dito sa Mobile Legends and MPL Philippines. Nakikita niyo yung QR code dyan. Kunin niyo na ang inyong phone, take a screenshot, take a picture, at i-scan lamang yan. Mapupunta kayo sa isa pang site. Meron tayong itong 4 na tanong. Sobrang dali lang. Kung talagang fans kayo ng Mobile Legends, napakadali each of the questions. Yung isa nga doon, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, you just need to predict kung sino nga ba ang kuponan na mananalo. At kung nakuha nyo ang tamang sagot, the first 10 that gets the perfect score will win prizes. So watch out for that. Meron din tayong lucky number. Swerte ba kayo? Tingnan natin. Ang number nyo ba, last 2 digits ng inyong ID number sa Mobile Legends, ending with 06, or 92, or 51, again, 06, or 92, or 51. Kung yan ang number nyo, hurry up, scan that QR code at pwede kayong manalo ng diamonds. Alam nyo, madaming humihingi sa amin ng diamonds. Sa mga players, sa mga casters. Eto, sariling sikap yan. Ang kanya lang yung gawin is scan yung QR code and the first 3,000. Yes, you heard that right. First 3,000. So mataas ang chance nyo dito. Kaya go ahead, scan that, fill up the form para manalo kayo ng mga skins and diamonds. Malapit na mag-umpisa ang ating bakbakan. More on MPL Philippines Season 7 when we return. Malapit na mag-umpisa.
Welcome to the Giga Life. Your passions, your stories, your life. Simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Giga Life in just one path. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know is T1? Simple, smart ako.
Moment na sana, pero hassle ang kati. Yung kati na yan, dahil sa dandruff yan. You need Head and Shoulders. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kati. No more hassle sa moment. Goodbye na sa kati, dahil 100% dandruff.
When you look inside a JanSport backpack, you see a story that started in 1967. Since then, our mission has expanded to helping protect our environment for future generations to enjoy. It's a work in progress, but just this season we've used the equivalent of 13 million bottles worth of recycled polyester in our most popular backpacks. When you look inside a JanSport pack, you see our commitment to this brilliant blue planet we call home. And we're just getting started.
Hi everyone, this is Catherine Bernardo.
At ako naman po si Daniel Padilla. Guys, may PayMaya na ba kayo?
Kung wala pa, dapat mag-download na kayo sa Google Play or App Store dahil ito na ang kusong pangbayad ngayon.
Ang PayMaya is isang mobile payment app using only your cell phone and you can pay practically anything, kahit online transactions pa yan.
With PayMaya, hindi mo na kailangan magdala ng cash for your day-to-day expenses. Pwede kang magbayad ng bills, bumili ng prepaid load, mag-online shopping, mag-send money, magbayad gamit ng QR code at marami pang iba.
Pero ang the best part dito ay may balik-bayad ka pa.
Each time you use PayMaya, may balik sa'yo na cashback at rewards, kaya sulit ang oras mo dahil hindi mo na kailangan pumila and you can just pay using your app anytime, anywhere.
Kaya guys, huwag kakalimutan, pag may babayaran ka, don't pay cash, pay Maya.
Hey guys, I'm here with Kate and Bea.
Bad timing ang kati. Baka dandruff yan? Use Head and Shoulders every day. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kati. Para di pa balik-balik, kati gone for good na. Dahil 100% dandruff-free ka.
Hi guys, I'm here with Kate.
Para araw-araw, close na close. Max pinabango pa.
What do you do when what you desire is beyond reach?
You use power that breaks barriers. The Giga Life.
Now in 5G.
Do you believe this is possible?
I do.
How do you know?
Simple,
Smart.
ako.
Express your online business. Express your online business.
Welcome to the Giga Life. Your passions, your stories, your life. Simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Giga Life in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know is T1. Simple, smart ako.
Moment na sana, pero hassle ang kate. Yung kati na yan, dahil sa dandruff yan. You need Head and Shoulders. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kate. No more hassle sa moment. Goodbye na sa kate dahil 100% dandruff.
When you look inside a JanSport backpack, you see a story that started in 1967. And since then, our mission has expanded to helping protect our environment for future generations to enjoy. It's a work in progress, but just this season we've used the equivalent of 13 million bottles worth of recycled polyester in our most popular backpacks. When you look inside a JanSport pack, you see our commitment to this brilliant blue planet we call home. And we're just getting started.
Hi everyone, this is Catherine Bernardo.
At ako naman po si Daniel Padilla. Guys, may Paymaya na ba kayo?
Kung wala pa, dapat mag-download na kayo sa Google Play or App Store dahil ito na ang kusong pangbayad ngayon.
Ang Paymaya is isang mobile payment app using only your cell phone and you can pay practically anything, kahit online transactions pa yan.
With Paymaya, hindi mo na kailangan magdala ng cash for your day-to-day expenses. Pwede kang magbayad ng bills, bumili ng prepaid load, mag-online shopping, mag-send money, magbayad gamit ng QR code at marami pang iba.
Pero ang the best part dito ay may balik-bayad ka pa.
Each time you use Paymaya, may balik sa'yo na cashback at rewards, kaya sulit ang oras mo dahil hindi mo na kailangan pumila and you can just pay using your app anytime, anywhere.
Kaya guys, huwag kakalimutan, pag may babayaran ka, don't pay cash, pay Maya.
It's the third day of the week and everything is looking as hot as it can. Welcome to the MPL-PH Season 7 and this is presented by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Feel free to game great with Smart, free games for all. I'm Nomad. Alongside with me is TDZ and we're going to have Aura versus Blacklist International. How are you feeling about today, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited right now, Nomad. I want to see how both of these teams will battle it out each other because, well, just like what our host and panelists mentioned earlier, that it is a battle of drafting, and drafting is the most, for me, is the most important and really vital in every aspect, in every game of Mobile Legends.
And let's talk about the drafting real quick. We've seen a couple of exotic picks being picked up. Like, we saw the Diggy being picked up by Bren Esports yesterday. It wasn't really as fruitful. The panel actually was talking about the fact that we might have more mages for Oh My Venus during this meta. Do you think that we might see that for Blacklist International?
Yeah, I completely agree. We've known Oh My Venus as one of the strongest, if not strongest, one of the strongest mage users / support users in the whole player list. And I think Aurora, I've seen Oh My Venus playing Aurora before, and I think he's really good when it comes to to playing it out, especially when it comes to the team fight-oriented drafts.
And speaking of Oh My Venus, we'll see how the drafts will be, but who will make smart choices in the draft? Catch it next, brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Oh My Venus is going to be the captain for the team, so to speak. It's not going to be Dexstar this time around. As we see the draft screen finally in front of you, will we see that big of change?
Yeah, well, I completely agree there. Oh My Venus is really newly acquired on the side of Blacklist International along with OHAB and Wise, and we all knew that this V-Wise combo is also one of the most prominent duos all throughout, even before they have been acquired by Blacklist International. And also, I want to say that this MPL mentioned that MPL Philippines Season 7 is under the supervision and regulation.
Baka mas usual pa nga yung mga Diggy support, mga Rafaela, mga Estes kind of drops. Because what I noticed during sa off-season ng MPL, ito lang yung mga teams na, ito particularly Blacklist, they are the team na paborito ang support/healing/sustain meta. And nakita natin sa patch na baka sumikat ang ganong klaseng meta.
Yeah. And reminiscent of Season 4, ito nga nangyayari, like yung Onyx PH dati, nandun pa si V-Wise.
Yes.
Ang ganda din ng tinakbo nila eh. And this season might be the season na bumalik itong ganitong tema ng drafting natin.
Yep.
And looking at it, Wolf, hindi basta pruwebang pinakita sa atin ng Blacklist International. Championship after championship nung off-season, yun yung dinala nila sa atin.
Yeah.
Kaya may sabi natin na effective nga talaga yung pinapakita nilang or yung ginagawa nilang mga support picks.
More than anything else, lalong-lalo na sa VY tandem, hindi lang siya about dun sa pagiging effective ng mga heroes na yon because of meta or because of the statistics, but also because of the play style na masasabi ko na prominent dito kay Venus, kay Oh My Venus more importantly. Ang kulit siya yung captain ng Onyx PH for the longest time, the shot caller, tapos pagdating dito sa Blacklist, siya pa rin. So, it kind of just feels na ito talagang identity ni Venus, ni Oh My Venus, ay hindi mawawala sa kanya and that makes him very successful in that kind of strategies. Ngayon, para kay Venus, sobrang nakokontrol niya kasi yung, magkakaroon siya ng view ng mapa, kaya naman din talaga gustong-gusto niya itong mga gantong heroes.
And thinking about it, Wolf, storyline lang dito, when Venus came in doon sa Blacklist International, parang almost certain na tayo lahat na siya na yung magiging captain yan. And gano'ng kahirap yun? Coming from another team, ikaw agad yung gagawing captain.
Sobrang hirap na. I can't imagine. Sobrang na-surprise din ako na ang Blacklist International ay mabilis mag-adapt kung ganon. Well, if you're looking at the sidelines, kumbaga, nandiyan si Edward, nandiyan si Eson, players that are very open to unusual picks. In fact, nakita natin sa previous na iterations ng Blacklist International, sila din naman yung mga players na willing na gumamit ng mga out-of-the-meta heroes. Siguro dahil doon sa personality nung ibang mga members ng Blacklist, naging swabe yung pag-integrate sa Oh My Venus as a captain. But if I were to answer your question, sobrang hirap gawin nun. It's really one of the most difficult things out there. But Blacklist International, mukhang na they made it work. Look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, ito na ata yung pinakamabilis na drop na nakita ko sa buhay ko. And a Blacklist International, banning out the Selena, Natalia, and the Bane. Well, for the side of Aura PH, it's going to be the Bruno, the Mathilda, Estes, and the Diggy. Ang mga picks naman nila dito is Paquito, Rafaela, Harith. Sa side naman ng Aura, it's going to be the Alice, Johed, and the Benedetta.
Sobrang surprising. Well, actually, hindi pala surprising. I'm gonna take that back. This is one thing na ginawa ng mga teams na laban sa Blacklist. However, hindi naman ganun ka-effective. Banning out all of, using 3 of your bans sa una just to control the hero pool ni Oh My Venus. Yun yung medyo nakakapagtaka dyan. But, nevertheless, it is what it is. Para sa Blacklist International, sinicure na nila yung Rafaela in combination with the Paquito. Siguro weird yung Harith na kinuha agad siya, but in a way, it answers so much. Kasi hindi siya ganun ka-problemado sa Johed and sa Benedetta na eventually ay pinik dito ng RPH. Maybe yung Alice, dahil dun sa instant stun, courtesy of the second skill ng Alice, baka mamroblema siya. But overall, Harith na may kasamang Rafaela, almost only dash to. Unsustained din.
Then again, Wolf, kailangan kasi i-set up din ng Aura PH yung Alice na yan kahit may instant stun sila sa isang Harith. Kailangan nila ng isang burst hero na magdi-deal ng damage dito kay Harith. Yes, Benedetta can be that hero, pero kasi ang problema ng Benedetta dito is depende pa yun sa pacing ng items niya.
Yisun Shin picked up by Aura PH, napaka-talinong choice, I would say. Kasi ang Yisun Shin ay napakabilis mag-jungle at hindi siya ganun kadaling i-force out of the jungle. At kung titignan mo ang heroes ng Blacklist International, Rafaela, hindi ganun ka disruptive when it comes to invading or jungle choking. Yung Paquito na tank, pwede pa siguro, but I doubt Blacklist International will use this Paquito as the tank, knowing na ang lupit din ng mga side lanes ng Blacklist International using this particular hero.
Aura PH, this could be, sabihin na lang natin, isang deny pick para sa Blacklist International. Kasi si Wise, we know that isa siya sa mga pinakamagagaling na YSS players dito sa Pilipinas.
That's also true. Oh, Blacklist International looking for the burst. Oh, Tigreal. And the carry, unti-unti nating i-breakdown to, Butters. Tigreal, isang hero na very good against the Benedetta dahil ang mga heroes na usually yung mga tanks natin na napapang-counter sa Benedetta, meron lang silang 1 or 2 stuns, but for Tigreal, ang dami niyang crowd control para din naman na hindi makapagtipid or at least hindi ma-save ni Benedetta yung kanyang second skill, Eye for an Eye. Carry, however, ito yung nakakagulat na pick, but hindi natin pwedeng tignan si Carry lang. Kailangan man tignan yung supporting niya, which is the Rafaela. Rafaela plus Carry, totally different story siya. Kaya nga naman talaga pinili siya ng Blacklist International.
I agree, Wolf. Aura PH going for that Kagura. Nakita natin yung game nila nung day number 1. Very successful Kagura games for Greed.
Yes.
And right now, this is your draft. Tama ka dun, Wolf. Rafaela and Carry combination ang gagamitin dito ng VY tandem. Oheb on the side lane, Harith and Edward Eson. Sila ang magiging, sabihin natin, tore or pundasyon na itong side ng Blacklist. Well, for the side of Aura PH, ang high impact din nung damage output na madidil nila dito into the early game, given na maganda yung pacing nila.
Yeah, let's say na if yung Aura PH ay magsisimula sa laban na to na nakukuha nila lahat ng jungle na kailangan nila, Alice gets the farm, tas yung yung 4 members of Aura PH, they get to go around the map at hindi sila ma-force ng Rafaela. Yes, it's true, maganda kanya nilang early game. It's just very scary dahil ang kanilang katapat, Blacklist International, na-control nila yung early game dahil sa kanilang Venus rounded draft around this captain, of course. We'll see kung makakontrol yan ng Aura PH.
You know what? Tanungin lang kita ngayon I'm very interested in this. Nasa baba dito si Benedetta at si Paquito. Ano yung tingin mo sa matchup na yan?
It's pretty even kung usapang maharasan kasi ang lakas dahil dun sa mga nerfs sa Benedetta ay hindi na siya gano'ng kabilis mag-clear ng waves. Pero if you're gonna play this party, pwede sila mag-iwasan lang palagi. Pero ito yung kagandahan obviously, kapag may dumalaw, nakakuha ng bonus skill.
Eson doon, paying the price, pero tingin ko naman ay nagawa niya naman yung trabaho niya delay ng onte. Hindi man niya nanakaw, which is hindi naman yun yung primary objective nila. But still, Kilowash gets the first stack doon sa kanyang Festival of Blood. And that's going to help him dito sa matchup na to. Kanina nga, nasabi natin na yung harass ni Paquito, kakaiba talaga. Pero at least, meron na siyang 1% out of that 12 na kahit pa paano tutulungan siya.
Exactly. I wanna say dun sa Benedetta versus the Paquito na matchup, side laners will say na even lang yan at nasa bitawan na lang yan But I would say mas maganda ang Paquito sa patch ngayon just because of the nerfs dun sa Benedetta. At not only that, yung Paquito, hindi mo matatanggal na meron siyang dalawang actually pwede pa tumatlo kapag tamang-tama yung management mo. So that means na yung playmaking potential mas mataas sa Paquito, which is needed sa Blacklist International in that draft.
Yeah, and looking at it, Wolf, nakikita natin yung ibang teams dito, nag-iba yung take sa Benedetta May mga teams like Bren Esports na ginagamit na nila yung Benedetta doon sa may jungler path. Ngayon, ano nga ba yung mga ways para talaga laruin si Benedetta? Napaka-flexible naman netong hero na to.
Exactly. Before the patch, I think lahat halos ng position instead, except the mid lane. Pero actually, ginamit din ang mid lane. So technically speaking, all of the positions pwedeng laruin si Benedetta. Sa ngayon, I would say the most effective usage of the Benedetta is the jungler role. At kita-kita natin yan kahapon using, seeing Carl TZ use it. Kasi nga naman, dun, yung mga nerf sa kanya ay parang pinahirapan ng yung kanyang wave clear potential na kapag naman meron kang double buffs ay malakas ka pa rin.
Pero merong engagement dito and look at that, yung pushback Eson dito, siya na naman ang target ni Raflesia. And Raflesia even burning yung kanyang flicker doon. Raflesia wala siyang pantakas dito and Creed binato sa kanya si Venus pero may flicker si Venus dito. And that is going to be 1 kill going to the side din ng Blacklist International.
Kaya nakikita natin difference ng carry only versus carry and Rafa together.
And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Isang dalaw lang dito ni Kilowash. Tumumba na sila and Eson dito. Kakauwi mo lang. Papauwiin ka ata ulit ng Aura. Hindi aabot ang damage with a sliver of HP. Eson will get away.
A better trade though for Aura PH. Ang ganda nung synchronization ng skills noon. That was so beautiful from RPH. Halos sabay-sabay na yung sustain na dapat nangyayari na nanggagaling from the Rafaela ay hindi nila nakuha. But nag-overstay din definitely si ang V-Wise combo doon. But nevertheless, mukhang sila pa rin mananalo sa turtle fight.
Ang ganda ng delay na ginawa doon ni Edward. Pumunta siya doon sa may area tapos talagang tinakot niya lang yung mga team members dito ng Aura. And bibitaw ang Aura doon, pero si Raflesia at the last possible moment, papasok siya and mapapani siya dito.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power of the Paquito. Lalong-lalo na sa turtle take. So we can see na sa unang turtle na pinaglabanan ng pare sa teams, yung pag-zone out lang, yung fact na sobrang taas ng damage ng isang Paquito. Nahihirapan na nga. And looking now, since lamang na lamang si Edward over the Benedetta at this point when it comes to the farm, dahil si Kiluwash kasi tumulong dun sa may mid lane, nabubuli na yung Benedetta sa ngayon.
Blacklist International dito, pwede sana silang pumunta sa may bot lane para umanswer doon sa push kasi nga umuwi si Kiluwash. Pero sabi ng Blacklist, hindi, lalabanan natin yung Aura ng harapan.
Kasi yun naman talaga ang dapat gawin, lalong-lalo na pag insulchin yung katapat mo. Maganda yung early game potential ng Blacklist International when it comes to defending. Reson
na naman ang nahuli nila dito. Hindi yung magagamit yung implosion just because merong ejector na magaganap. Pero Oheb just in time, nung ipupush na clear niya na yung wave. And Blacklist International, ang ginagawa lang talaga nila dito is hawakan lang yung wave nila, while Aura, sinusubukan talaga maging aggressive.
Aura PH, they can be aggressive. Katulad nga sinabi natin kanina, pwede sila maghintay na yung Alice ay magiging mayaman na. That's Benny Cutie Alice, by the way. Isa sa mga signature heroes ni Benny Cutie. Pinaka-successful niya, of course. And hindi siya gano'ng katakot sa Harit kasi alam niya na meron siyang ways para talunin yung Harit. Lalong-lalo na pag yung Harit ay nabato na yung Zaman Force in the latter stages of the game. Ang gagawin lang ng RPH, hintay lang nila mag-farm.
So na naman ang naging target dito, and Implosion won't hit anybody. Raflesia, meron siyang flicker, pipilit pa bato ng Aura, nahanap na naman nila yung pick-off na gusto nila dito. And it seems na every single time na mawawala na isang member yung Blacklist International dito, nagbaback na sila agad.
Yeah. Alam ng Aura PH kung ano kailangan gawin ngayon, which is to invade this carry. Delay lang talaga nila mag-farm si Wise and they're gonna be happy about it.
While YSS nandoon sa may side ng turtle, he will get it. Edward dito, nag-engage, wala siyang mananakap, tatakbo lang ng paunti-unti dito ang Aura at hindi na nila ipipilit kahit nasa kanila pa yung turtle buff. Wolf, looking at it, Aura PH at the last possible moment, talagang kinover lang nila lahat ng entrances sa jungle dito ng Blacklist International papunta sa turtle.
Kung kahapon ang ginagawa ng Aura PH is from minute 1 sila nagja-jungle choke. This time, tiniming nila kung saan mas malakas na nga sila using all their heroes. Ngayon si Eson ay mapapasama pa talaga.
Eson dito, hindi siya makahanap ng break. That is 0-4-1 on his scoreline. And hindi mo siya mabiblame kasi grabe yung binibigay sa kanya ni Raflesia na problema.
I'm actually wondering why they opted to go for the Tigreal the Tigreal as the main tank. Although, nagme-make sense siya laban sa Benedetta and other heroes of Aura PH, it's quite slow. Parang, okay, pwede siya sa ibang klaseng mga drafts. But with Rafael and Karin na gustong umabante, yun yung medyo nakakapagtaka. But, if we look at the clashes, pag nagkaroon ng big clash in the mid-game, makikita natin yung essence ni Eson on this Tigreal. Hopefully, ay makakuha siya ng magagandang mga implosions para, like you said, he catches a break already. But until then, ay mahihirapan pa rin siya ngayon. Lalong-lalo na kasi mobile yung mga heroes ng Aura PH.
JP in the area din and magkakagawan sila dito. Retribution, puwersa ni JP dito yung pagkuha niyan. And that is going to be 28 seconds. So titingnan natin dito yung turtle, it's going to be 20 seconds na lang bago siya mag-up. And how important is it na yung Blacklist International talaga dito mag-hold on lang? Sa late game ba sila nakatingin dito, Wolf?
Well, they do have ways para sa late game dahil meron silang Alice at meron din silang Benedetta. Sabihin na natin Yi Sun-shin is 50-50 sa late game. Malakas pa rin pero hindi ganun kalakas.
And there is a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Nagkabatuan na naman dito. Eson caught in the middle. Aura PH dito. Aggression ang sagot nila sa lineup na ginawa ng Blacklist International. And Creed pumasok din. Tignan natin, Kiluwash getting that kill. connection after connection ang ginagawa dito ng Aura.
Wonderful timing at hindi lang yan yung synchronization ng skills ng Aura PH. Well coordinated. Siguro ito yung nagiging tema ngayon ng Aura PH. Mas maganda yung execution sila na kanilang mga team fights. And you can see na nag-connect doon si Kiluwash, pati na rin si Grid doon sa may mid lane for that extra kill. Kiluwash coming from the bottom side, paakyat. Samantala si Grid hindi nagdalawang isip sa kanyang flame shot, sa kanyang yin-yang overturn. A wonderful display of execution mula sa Aura PH. Kita-kita natin talagang kakaiba na ang aura ng Aura PH.
At speaking of fire, kung may heat map tayo dito sa may mapa, Wolf, lahat ng init nandun sa may taas. Parang ayaw nila bitawan yung eke na yan.
Yeah, they know that nandun yung si Harith. And kanina rin kasi nandun yung turtle area. Nandun yung respawn ng turtle. So when it comes to the timing, yun talaga yung tamang pagtuunan ng pansin ng Aura PH. I-clear lang nila yung wave sa may bottom lane, which is yun yung ginagawa ni Kiluwash. Hindi na siya nakikipag-lane kay Edward kasi alam niyang lugi na siya. Pero when it comes to just clearing the wave and controlling the map more, mas maganda yung nakukuha ng Aura PH.
And Grid dito, medyo may onting pang-iirita na ginagawa dito sa side ng Blacklist. Tinitipihan niya talaga si Venus ang naging katapatan niya dito. In terms of range, in terms of vision, mananaig talaga dito yung Kagura eh.
Yeah. And a lot of people are asking me kung sino yung indirect buffs na sinasabi ko. One of the recipients of that is Ethan Shin. Kasi humina lahat sa skills niya when it comes to that damage. Pero yung idea na mas malakas na yung nakuha mong gold ngayon sa jungle, at alam natin na ang Yisun Shin ay mabilis mag-jungle, kaya ang lakas ng Yisun Shin ngayon. Plus, more importantly, bumaba yung cooldown ng level 1 at level 2 na ultimate niya, which means na early and mid game, ang ganda ng vision mo. And you can see Aura PH, every time na activate na available yung ultimate ni Yisun Shin, ginagamit nila to get vision of Blacklist International. The past 2 clashes na nanalo ang Aura PH, dahil yun dun sa vision na pinrovide ng Mountain Shocker.
E tignan mo kung gaano ka confident si JP dito para talagang i-take lang yung Lord mag-isa. And Venus dito nahuli, Grid, even using the yin-yang overturn. Buti na lang meron flicker si Venus dito. Will there be a fight? Eso na naman, humarap na naman siya dito. Pwede naman siya parusahan. At nandun sa likod, Belly Cutie! Going in! Catches 3! Ladies and gentlemen, kaya pa nilang i-take advantage. Etong ginawa ni Penny Cutie. Yes, they will. Kiluwash out of the backlines. Kaya pa nilang labanan to, pero hindi. Babak na lang dito yung Aura PH at kukuha na lang sila ng objective.
A wonderful initiation absolutely mula kay Benny Cutie with the jump. Siyempre, flicker. And yung sinasabi natin na value ng isang Alice dahil sa kanyang instant stun. Tapos meron siyang flicker na saktong-sakto dun sa second skill niya. Tapos, late game din ang damage output. Obviously, with the Clock of Destiny changes, ang sakit na talaga ng damage output ng Alice. Pero more importantly, Butters, yung ginawang maneuver na yun ng Aura PH, hindi man sila nakakuha ng wipeout, ang pinakamagandang nakuha nila doon ay yung Lord. At yun naman talaga yung nakikita natin mula sa Aura PH. Hindi sila gumagawa ng clash na basta-basta lang na nakakita sila na pwedeng patayin, papatayin agad nila. Hindi ganun yung mindset. The idea is work around all of the objectives. And the big objectives like the Lord, yun, saktong-sakto yung clash nila.
Tatandaan natin na for Blacklist International, meron pa silang isang way para gulatin dito yung Aura at maubos sila. Meron silang implosion. Meron silang pakito na knock-up.
Yes.
So there are a lot of things na kailangan pa isipin yung Aura dito. Hindi sila pwede maging complacent. Yes. Kahit sabihin mo lamang na lamang sila.
I agree.
Kailangan nila bantayan kung ano yung ginagawa dito ni Eson. And Eson goes down. Siya yung pinakaunang kinukuha talaga. Kasi yun nga sinasabi natin, there's this miracle play na magagawa pa sila.
Tiger lang ang pinaka-importanting hero for Blacklist at this point. But Eson is always dying first kasi nga naman yung Aura PH. Pag nakita nilang nakalayo si Eson, kahit kaunti lang, we'll use that. But Reflection, by the way, sobrang smart. Dahil ginagamit niya yung ejector knock-up to cancel the implosion.
Holy Crystal for Benny Cutie. Ito na yung damage output ng isang Alice at nagmamarcha na yung Lord dito sa may taas. Pwede nang butasin dito ng Aura PH yung top lane ng side ng Blacklist. Edward dito clearing the mid wave. Tignan natin kung madadala pa ba nila tong Lord na to hanggang sa dulo. Hindi na.
Oh, look at Kiluwash.
Oh, Kiluwash going in. Tignan natin, eye for an eye. Ginamit kay Edward. Hindi tutuloy.
No need para sa Aura PH for sure. Kiluwash nang zone out na lang din. I think ang next target for Aura PH is the mid lane. Tignan mo naman yung Blacklist International. Nandun na sila sa inner circle. Aura PH nandoon sa outer circle. It's not gonna be looking good para sa...
Oh! look at this! Benny Cutie going in! Winter Culture, ladies and gentlemen. Eson dito talaga lumalaban sa may gitna. Sinusubukan niya i-defend. Pero masyadong mataas yung damage na ginagawa dito ng Aura PH. Wise trying to fight. Flame shot na tama kay Rafaela. And he will go down. Tignan natin dito. Pinupush na ng Aura PH. And that is Aura PH winning game number 1.
Well, such a good coordination. Makikita natin all throughout for Aura PH. Hindi lang dun sa mismong team fights na kanilang ginagawa, but the overall macro of the game. Yung kanilang mga pinipiling laban ay laging dun sa mga laban na either meron silang Mountain Shocker or meron silang makukuhang big objectives afterwards. Or minsan nga combination pa ng parehas na yon. Benny Cutie, hinintay lang nilang mag-online at tinitignan din nila kung saan sila atake. This was just a perfect game for Aura PH. Mula dun sa draft na sabihin na natin hindi ganun ka one-sided, but at the same time, it helped them knowing yung kanilang mga advantages sa draft and abusing those factors, nanalo sila nga over Blacklist International.
And this winning moment, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94, available starting March 26 in Oppo concept stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms. Grabe yun, Wolf. Aura PH just showing na talagang aral nila at iba yung aura nila. No puns intended kapag pumapasok sila ng MPL-PH.
I completely agree. You know what? Ang masasabi ko para sa side ng Blacklist International, sobrang successful nila nung off-season ng MPL. And you know what happens when you are successful in a league, di ba? Or in an off-season league, all eyes are on you. Ngayong Blacklist International, it's good na nagbabad sila or nagbatak sila sa mga outside of MPL tournaments, pero may konting cons din yon, which is the fact na nakikita ka talaga ng mga teams. And Aura PH, it kind of feels like sobrang prepared nila dito sa particular game na to.
But always remember guys, this is only game number 1. Pwede pang makabawi dito ang Blacklist International. Ito yung break na kailangan nila. Kailangan nila pag-usapan kung ano ba yung mga kailangan nila i-adjust sa nalalapit or sa darating na game number 2. There are a lot of things to consider, pero kailangan din natin ipasa to sa ating resident analyst na si Midnight. Let's throw it to him. Madami pong masasabi tong taong to. Kaya Midnight, take it away.
Thank you so much, casters. And Aura PH won game number 1 fair and square. It was really a decisive game for Aura PH. Once again, welcome back to the Analyst Desk. My name is Midnight and pag-uusapan natin kung paano ba nanalo ang Aura PH against Blacklist International. Now, these following post-game statistics are brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. Number 1 na gusto kong i-point out dito is yung drafting prowess ng Aura PH versus Blacklist International. Although Blacklist, they had a good few heroes on the first phase of the game, picking up Rafaela alongside Harith. Aura PH, they knew na wala masyadong early game potential ang Blacklist. That's why they just played very, very aggressive. Props to Greed actually on the Kagura for being the dominant force on the front line. Kasi kung titignan nyo yung heroes ng Blacklist International, they can't really fight into the Kagura. So si Greed dito, instead of playing passively or defensively, he abused the fact that there's no potential counterplay for his movements. And Aura PH, they just snowballed from there on, and Blacklist International, naghahabol sila dito ng kanilang hininga. Hindi nakapag-farm na maayos si Wise, and in turn, they really didn't get the timing that they wanted and or needed. And makikita naman, nagre-reflect naman actually sa stats, no, na yung damage output nila dito primarily was on the Pakito, which is, kaya naman makipagsabay ng early game, pero it's not the early game skirmish teamfight hero na hinahanap mo. As much as possible, you'd want better early game heroes, and Blacklist International, medyo binaril nila yung sarili nila sa paa nung pinik nila yung carry. So that was the the result of the draft that came out from Aura PH. Once again, these stats are brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the draft idea of Aura PH. Itong laban na to, medyo battle of the coaches to. Battle of the wits, kumbaga. Kasi strategy, draft, everything that they need in this game boils down to whoever gets the better strategy, and Aura PH, sila ang nagwagi on game number 1. Now, looking at the highlights brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL, free to game great with Smart, free games for all. Now, this will be mostly Aura PH dictating the fights. But one key thing that we have to look is Eson. getting continuously picked off by Aura-PH, that sealed the deal for the early game lead of Aura-PH. Kasi kapag walang Tigreal, wala na silang problema pagdating sa pagkuha ng objectives. And every single time they see the Tigreal, there's no hesitation whatsoever on taking these fights. And of course, Blacklist International, they still had a fight under their belly. Pero, again, Aura-PH, every single time na makikita nila si Eson, ginago lang nila yan kasi wala namang pansagot, wala namang early game potential ang Blacklist International. And even if they try to fight, there's still the Kagura problem that you need to solve for Blacklist International. Ito yung problema na hindi nila na-decode. And it was just Yisen Shin capitalizing on the moment. Nakuha niya na items niya, nakuha niya na yung momentum, and Aura-PH in turn just really stepped on the gas, not letting any space go through for Aura-PH as they just sealed the victory inside the base of Blacklist International. Ito actually yung problem, no, ever since ng Harith and Kari in a single lineup. Medyo mahina talaga yung early game. Even if you have Rafaela, hindi yan kaya i-sustain. Hindi niya kaya i-sustain yung early game nyo para makuha niyo yung key items for these zeros. And Aura-PH, of course, props pa rin sa kanila kasi inabuse talaga nila yung fact na walang early game potential ang Blacklist International. All in all, the story of Game 1 was just beautiful execution of the draft that Aura and the team pulled off. Ito yung lamang talaga na kapag ikaw yung mas lamang sa draft. And the MVP of that game is brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Break through your own limits, rise above, and be free to game great with free games for all. And of course, nothing else, Benny QT on the MVP spot with a KDA of 205, net worth of 9,120, damage dealt 27,723, objective damage of 6,857, and kill participation of 47%. Medyo mababa yung yung kill participation niya. Pero what made Benny QT the MVP in this specific game is the catch on the backline. Kasi alam niya, hindi naman na problema yung frontline ng Blacklist International because they have a jawhead. And the only job of Benny QT in this game is to make sure that there's no reinforcement that will come out from Aura-PH, from Blacklist International, and that was just the entire story of the team fights here in game number 1. Let's see kung makakapag-adjust ba ang Blacklist International sa game number 2. Yan ang makikita natin with our casters. So casters, back to you.
Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, kami pa rin ang iyong magiging casters, Butters, Wolf, and welcome back to the caster's desk. Maraming salamat, Midnight.
Ano nga ba ang pinakamadaling paraan para mag-rank up agad bilang tank sa mobile
dito na performance ng Aura-PH?
A wonderful execution when it comes to their team fights at ang smart din ng kanilang pag-take ng objectives. Love the fact na ginamit nila yung mga buffs or at least yung single buff actually dun sa YSS, which is yung cooldown, reduced cooldown ng Mountain Shocker sa level 1. I think about 8 seconds yung natanggal sa cooldown, which is very crucial sa early stages ng ating laban. Saktong-sakto sa pag-take nila ng turtles and turrets. Kaya nga naman hindi nakakuha ng early game control ang side ng Blacklist International.
Yeah, and looking at it, Wolf, parang yung draft na ginawa dito nung Blacklist International, yes, maganda din. Pero parang naaral ng todo dito ng Aura-PH. Parang ginawa nila yung homework nila. Kaya talagang nahanap nila kung paano tatakbo dito yung lineup or yung ginagawa ng backlines netong Blacklist Internationals.
It has its own pros and cons, kumbaga. Actually, nagulat ako na hindi nila ginamit masyado yung Pakito in combination with the Tiger. Imagine kung si Pakito, si Edward, yung gumagawa ng mga play, yung nag-vision para sa team, yung nag-check ng mga bush. Tapos si Tiger yung follow-up na stunts. So imagine this, Pakito kind of initiates first, soaks damage, tapos tatalon si Tigril for the implosion. Totally different story. Ang ganda ng control na sana, but didn't happen as Blacklist International. Parang hindi nila nagamit yung strength ng kanilang draft in game number 1.
And who will make the better choices? Who will make the smarter draft? At tayo sa ating draft ngayon, which is brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Aura-PH dito, Blacklist International. They are banning out heroes sa ayaw na talaga nila makita. Aura-PH, binanout nila dito yung Diggy, yung Estes, pati yung Alice, yung Blacklist naman, si Lina and the Natalia. Parang reminiscent of Season 5.
That's very true. Ayaw nating ibigay yung Selena para sa Aura-PH, or nevertheless yung Natalia mismo. So, for Aura, hindi nila ibibigay din naman itong Diggy as well as the Estes. Previously, hindi nila binan itong Alice dahil nga naman kukunin nila yan. Pero kasi siguro kino-consider ng Aura PH na kapag second pick ka, which is red side, ay pwede mong kunin na second pick. Or at least, diba, part ng first 2 picks mo ay yung Alice.
Kumbaga parang kasing, yes, pwede siya dun sa first 2 picks. Pero pagka first pick lang talaga, yung mag-isa lang siya, yung hindi mo siya sasamahan ng isang kaduo,
yes,
parang kulang kulang yung suntok.
And speaking of suntok, baka Pakito ang unahin dito na Aura PH.
Pwede.
Pwede.
Actually, nilinya ko yun eh. Ayos ba yun?
Saktong-sakto.
Your team is picking.
Yun nga. It's Matilda instead. So, kanina, binan nila yung Matilda on the red side, yung Aura PH. But ngayon, kinuhaan muna nila yung ban sa Digi and Estes, sabay knockout dun sa Matilda. And I think they're really forcing Blacklist International to just pick the Rafaela. But Blacklist International won't fall for their trap. Kinuha mo na yung Pakito as well as the Yi Shin. And now Aura PH will want to look for another jungler para kay JP.
Alam mo, ikaw yung analyst of the century.
Bakit naman?
Pero ito lang yung outlook ko dyan, Wolf. Kinuha nila yung Matilda dito na first pick kasi ina-expect ata nila na yung Blacklist pwedeng kumuha ng Johed.
100%, yeah, that is absolutely true.
Diba? Kasi kung di yun natatanong, si Matilda is actually kind of an indirect counter para sa isang Johed na kaya niyang diba si Johed nag-display siya, nagbabato siya ng mga teammates or mga kalaban niya papunta sa kampe niya. Kapag may dash in ka ni Matilda, pwede ka lang bumalik doon as long as nasa range ka.
Yes. Oh, look at this. Interesting choice mula sa Aura PH. Sila na yung kumuha ng 3 sa mga, sabihin na natin pinaka-solid na tank/supports in the game. Cho, mukhang hindi na siya lalaruin as the tank this time. Pwede siya maging side laner, which is also hero na sa expert si Kilowash. So, pwedeng natin makita yan. At syempre yung Johed para kay Raflesha. So, we will see a mid lane Matilda if that's the case. What this does is inuubusan talaga nila ng playmakers or parang Eson heroes yung Blacklist International. And it really is hard. Siguro Silvano na lang yung matitira dito. And I wonder if Blacklist will take it. No. Instead, they will rely doon sa Harith ni Oheb.
May mga patterns talaga dito yung Blacklist International sa pagkakita ko sa mga draft nila. It's either bibigay nila yung priority kay kay Eson tsaka kay Venus, or bibigay nila yung priority dun kay Wise, Oheb at Edward. So parang ako naman, ang nakikita ko naman dito, pwede pa rin naman mag-tank tong Pakito. Hindi naman bago sa paningin natin yon. But still, looking at how Blacklist plays, parang automatic Edward hero to para sa akin.
And I don't see Eson playing this. Mas makikita ko pa si Eson na gumamit ng mga Grox. Or yung mga traditional na tanks natin. Although I know na si Eson can play Pakito as a tank, I haven't seen Blacklist International do it.
Your team is banning.
Para sa Blacklist International, gusto talagang manalo ng Blacklist International sa mga side lanes. And Aura PH, kahit pa binan na nila yung Dicky and Estes, tapos first pick nila yung Matilda, they still will respect the prowess of the Venus Rafaela. Tingnan mo, nanalo na sila in the previous game with that, but they will still ban it.
Na-deny nila yung YSS nung una. Pero kasi dito yung Blacklist International, ninigurado na. Kinuha na yung YSS. So, ibig sabihin kanina, yung carry is sabihin na lang natin, mas madali siyang kontrolin compared sa YSS. So, having Rafaela and YSS siguro sa isang team, parang yun na yung recipe for disaster para sa side ng Aura PH.
That's right. You see the Lancelot band out by Blacklist International. Wala pa rin kasi silang solid na lockdown from their team. Only the knockups of the Pakito, pero alam naman natin hindi ganun ka lakas yung knockups ng Pakito. It's more like a initiation tool, tapos meron kang follow-up na stuns. But overall, hindi nila makokontrol yung Lancelot if this is their hero pool. So that's a very smart ban coming out from Blacklist International. Sa Aura naman, they're gonna be banning that Chang'e.
They don't want the Chang'e for the side dito ng Blacklist International. Masyadong ang malakas yung poke capability na pwede nilang makuha dito. Actually, parang nga sa akin, nakikita ko yung mga skills minsan ni Pakito, yung ultimate niya. Medyo poke type din yun Yung talagang, di ba? So parang, alam mo yun, ayaw mo lang ibigay sa kanila yun para sa side ng Aura PH. Pero dito, meron nila ba si Popol and Koopa?
That's your Eson hero for sure. At meron pa silang kukunin na isa pang hard stun dito for panigurado sa Blacklist International. Kasi initiating stun and din itong kay Popol and Koopa. However, nakita na natin ang Blacklist International before na nag-side lane na Popol and Koopa. So this will not be this is also an option na pwede nating i-explore. I like the siege potential ng Blacklist International. Meron silang YSS, may Popol and Koopa sila. So pwede silang patuloy mag-push. So I think maghintay sila ng isang mage or mid lane mage na pang zone out lang din ng kanilang kalaban. Something along the lines of Eve, Farsa. That might be their last pick. Bane.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Bane. Aura PH. Nakita natin to ng first series nila. Makikita natin sa game number 2 na itong series na to. And they are going out with the big guns, ladies and gentlemen. Well, for the side of Blacklist, one more hero. Wolf, ano po sa mo?
Very scary. Alam natin nung MPL Season 4, mga kaibigan, entrada din yan ni Oh My Venus, ni Y sa Onyx PH nung first season nila sa MPL. At dun sumikat yung Bane. Bane counters, hard counters even, ang Harith. At hindi pa siya ganun kalakas doon. So that is gonna be scary. Now, for Blacklist International, an Atlas instead. Wala silang like hard mage dito. Not even enough burst sa Bane sa early stages. At yung Claude, with the help of the Matilda, for sure makakapag-farm to, makakapag-jungle. Isa rin to sa mga favorite heroes ni JP. And you can't help but be scared for Blacklist International. Yung draft nila, it will make sense kung nakakuha sila ng objectives. But otherwise, ang awkward nung kanilang position ngayon. But for the side of Aura PH, nasagot nila yung mga heroes ng Blacklist International, and at the same time, nakuha nila yung kanilang mga signature picks. And that spells trouble for Blacklist International.
Blacklist International, dito ko napapansin nyo yung mga draft na ginagawa nila, laging merong hard engage, laging meron isang teamfight ultimate na makapagbabago ng tide or probably set up yung tempo nila dito. And this is game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Aura PH versus Blacklist International, and back to you.
Back to us.
Back to us. So,
yeah.
Considering yung draft natin dito, Wolf, sinabi mo nga na walang mage dito yung Blacklist International.
Well, they do have the Harith, but wala sila ng parang mid lane mage.
Mid lane mage, yes. Gaano ka detrimental to sa mga first few phases ng game natin?
Well, ganito kasi yan. Kailangan may isang hero na siya yung kukuha nung parang mid lane. Kasi if you're looking at the meta sa ngayon, lalong-lalo na dahil sa mga changes sa jungle, yung jungler mo, which is the Ethan Shin on the part of Blacklist International, magpo-focus talaga siya dun sa jungler. Kasi hindi nila masusulit. Kaya naman sumisikat yung mga Kagura, your Eve, your Farsa, your Lunox. Kasi sila yung kumukuha ng lahat ng minions sa may mid lane. Para pagdating ng turtle fight, level 4 sila lahat. Wala akong nakikita ganun sa Blacklist International. Bukod dyan, Butters, wala din silang initial nukes. Wala silang early game nukes na tinatawag natin, or yung mga burst damage. Hindi katulad ng Lunox, ng Kagura, even yung Chango, yung Farsa, all of the mages, diba? Wala silang ganun. And now, ang kokontrolin ni Oh My Venus is the Popol and Koopa. So more on supporting pa to. Gumawa siya ng Avarice, by the way. And he wants to poke his opponents.
Tandaan natin na meron din, pwede rin mag-shift ng roads dito mamaya-maya sa Oh My Venus. If given the chance. Pero Eson dito, ito lang din yung same thing na ginagawa niya earlier, and gagamitin niya dito yung second skill niya to get away, pero hindi titigil dito yung Aura PH, tingin ko.
No, this is Matilda, man. Matilda, nag-connect na doon sa may bandang river area, almost above the green buff. Tapos meron kang damage output. But I think tatlo yung kukuha doon kay Eson. So after the perfect match, I'm sure that they will not stop. Ngayon, tingnan natin kung mapipigilan sila ni Oh My Venus and the Yisun Chin. But I think that this will be a kill onto Eson if itutuloy nga ng Aura PH.
And then again, we are seeing Aura PH right now. One more win, they can take the series. Pero syempre, hindi naman papayag dito ang kupunan ng Blacklist International, as you're seeing on your screens now, na matapos lang to ng ganun-ganun lang. A lot of the games or a lot of the teams na, a lot of the series na nangyari kahapon, actually pareho sila, umabot tayo ng game number 3. And I wouldn't be surprised, sabi nga ni Manjin kanina dun sa may panel na gusto niya, tingin niya abot ng game 3. Because tingin ko din, may chance to, no, umabot talaga ng Game 3.
I want to say because of the Harith na available para sa Blacklist International, they do have a way para pumalag sa late game. Ang scary lang kasi is meron sa kanyang counter, which is the Bane. Well, dati counter ang Bane. Di na nila tutuloy. Sabi dito ni JP, mas mahalaga na makuha ko itong green buff. And by the way, Claude in the late game na naka-killing spree as the jungler, it's also scary. Also, do take note, Kiluwash is there. Isa sa mga favorite niyang gawin ay pumatay ng Harith. Ilang beses ko na nakita to pag Cho ang hawak niya. Yun yung ginagawa ng mga teams na sinalihan niya laban sa isang Harith.
And look at this, the former teammates dito, Greed and Oh My Venus.
That's true. Sila
nagtatapat dito, and this is a match na talagang a rematch or a match-up na talagang inaabangan ng mga fans dati. Kasi syempre, may history itong dalawang to na talagang mag-teammate sila. Kamunti ka nila makuha ang championship, pero hindi talaga gumana. And right now, under different banners, pero isa lang din, pareho lang din yung goal nila makuha yung championship.
That's absolutely right. And look at this, Mountain Jocker Goose, 1 minute and 30 seconds in. This means na yung pipili ang Blacklist International kung saan sila gagalaw. It's just going to be the top lane kung saan nandun ang Bane or magpo-farm ba ng tuloy-tuloy lang dito ang Yi Shin. I think yung bottom lane ang target ng pares sa teams as the turtle is there.
Right now, Kiluwash and Edward, pareho sila na nasa isip actually. Tumatambay sila sa mga brush. First turtle is up. Tingnan natin dito kung paano sasagot yung Aura. Tingin ko wala sa ano nila wala sa itinerary talaga nila nung una na mag-turtle. Nung nakita nila nandun na yung Blacklist International, baka napipilitan sila ngayon gumalaw papunta doon sa area na yon.
One thing na advantageous para sa Blacklist International is kapag sila yung nauna or nakapwesto muna doon sa mga objectives, it's actually very, very good for the team. Lalong-lalo na meron silang YSS. Very quick when it comes to taking turtles and turrets. That's also true with the Lord. Samantala meron silang vision coming out from the Popol and Kupa. Tapos meron silang big team fight hero like the Atlas. Although hindi pa available yung ultimate Atlas sa ngayon, imagine the second and the third turtle or even the fourth. Kung magkakaroon ng fourth turtle, maganda ang mangyayari para sa Blacklist International pag sila ang nauna sa pwestuhan. And do take note, this time, ginagamit nila yung Pakito. In game number 1, sa first turtle lang nila nagamit si Pakito para sa isang objective taking, isang objective taking timing. But this time, ginamit agad nila si Pakito. Kailangan nilang ulit-ulit gamitin ito unlike the previous game.
Okay, so now, let's talk about Oheb dito. And Oheb, to be honest, etong pangalan na Oheb talagang umaangat Talagang gumagawa siya ng ingay para sa pangalan niya dahil sa play niya. And meron kasing streak para sa akin si Coach Bonchan na parang yung mga talent na kinukuha niya, nagkakaroon talaga ng pwesto o nasa-scout din ng mga ibang teams papunta or lumilipat din sa mga ibang teams. Na parang, alam mo yon, automatic na nagiging superstar din yung mga nakukuha ni Coach Bonchan. So, may mata talaga si Coach Bonchan para sa mga talent
I
no?
kind of feel so. And Oheb now is really performing well para sa Blacklist International. At katulad nga na sinabi natin, lamang ang Blacklist International sa early game objectives. However, yung Claude, kasi sa early game, sabihin natin hindi siya ganun kalupit when it comes to just taking objectives or being aggressive. Hintay lang siya na item, doon siya mas lalakas. For Blacklist International, kailangan nilang i-take advantage yun. Huwag nilang hahayaang makapag-farm etong si Claude, si JP. You have to be aggressive starting from now on.
Pero dito yung aggression na gaganap sa may gitna. And it seems to me that Greed, talagang pinipwesto niya din yung sarili niya sa mid para walang choice si Venus kung di magstay doon. Kasi mapupush yung mga lane na yan.
That's true. Nag-favor yan para sa Aura PH dahil as long as walang kumukuha ng mid lane or at least napo-force nga naman yung si Oh My Venus na i-clear itong lane na to, mas maganda yan kasi it also means na hindi makaka-respo si Oh My Venus sa kanyang mga teammates.
And given the mobility na meron tong dalawa, mas papanik ka sa matindi. And right now, there is a fight happening. Ladies and gentlemen, Eson dito, pumasok sa dalawa, Fatal Links! Nagkahulihan na! Oheb dito, dealing a lot of damage. Oheb kinain yung Shark Attack, pero hindi yun enough. Greed dito, trying to get away. Cyclone ay wise! Tatama ba yung pana? Hindi! Hindi tatama yung pana! Flicker out at the last possible moment, last possible second. Greed with the plays.
Greed with the plays. However, the better play, syempre para kay Eson. Nagtago siya dun sa may top lane, dun sa may bush before that turret, which is very smart. At doon tumakbo muna si Oheb. Alam niya kasi nandun si Kuya Eson niya. Hindi siya muna nag-pop na kanyang Zaman Force until such time that the Fatal Links were there. At do take note, ang ganda nung timing ni Oh My Venus. Wrapping around from the middle, papunta dun sa may top lane. Kaya naman nakuha niya yung kill kay Raflesha. Hindi man nakakuha ng 3 complete kills ang Blacklist International. We are saying na pag sila ay aggressive, pag tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang aggression, it's gonna be good for their team.
Ngayon, nakarespeto na dito. Kailangan na talaga respetuhin ng Aura PH etong Atlas ni Eson. Nasampulan na sila. Nasampulan na sila dito ng isang magandang Fatal Links. Nandun pa sa may gitna ng torre, halos ginawa yung mismong move na yon.
Yes.
And that is one thing that you really have to consider. Hindi ka pwede masyado mag-dive given na mayroon pang changes na nangyari in terms of the dive mechanic and tower mechanics ngayon.
Yes, exactly. From additional 40% na damage nung susunod na atake, ngayon ay 70% na. Or at least 75, if I'm not mistaken. Basta, masakit yun. Almost doubling the damage of the next. So, yung pangalawang atake, kumbaga, na magkasunod on one hero. Which means na kahit sa late game, kung saan nagpupush na yung mga players natin onto the base, mas masakit pa rin talaga yung second attack. That's why diving is not really, how do I say this, hindi na siya advisable sa ngayon. Plus, Butters, nadagdag din na mas makunat ang mga heroes under their turret kapag may outer turret energy shields pa. So that's additional way na sinasabi ng Mobile Legends na huwag kayo mag-dive ng torre.
Huwag kayo mag-dive ng torre. I mean, naging high risk, high reward na siya ngayon.
That's right.
Ngayon,
or at least mag-juggle kayo. Yun
at least mag-juggle kayo. Yun yung sinasabi din ng Mobile Legends na mag-juggle kayo kasi may changes din in terms of the first hit.
Yeah.
Ngayon naman, Aura PH dito, clearly, sila yung nagkakaroon ng problema in terms of finding the right pick-ups doon sa may mapa.
Yep.
So ngayon, ano nga ba talaga yung ginagawa nila? Talaga bang binibigyan lang talaga nila ng oras yung Claude o sinusubukan nila lamaban pero hindi talaga kaya?
Well, fairness, hindi naman din sila, or let's just say, wala pa silang karapatang makipag-team fight or makipag-pick up sa ngayon. Their heroes, naghihintay sila ng time eh. Claude, hihintay pa yan ng Demon Hunter Sword. Siguro, an additional item like the Golden Staff bago siya makalaban. And then, obviously, the Bane, maghintay muna ng Clock of Destiny na 12 stack sana before they actually are going into fight. Then again, you have to trust the Aura PH. Ginawa na nila to before. Naghintay lang sila na timing, tas tsaka sila naging aggressive sa mapa. For now, with the Matilda as their way para makakuha ng farm on the Claude, they're gonna be happy. They're also waiting for Cho to get items at maghintay lang sila ng mid-game kung saan mas malakas na sila.
Eson dito, medyo pinok ng onte with Reed. Actually, hindi nga poke yun eh. Harapan na ginawa yun. And JP dito, mas nakapwesto sila agad. Eson to the backline. Signan natin kung makakatakas pa dito si JP. And JP with the dash. Look at this play. Blazing to west. Twice goes down. At sa may pinakalikod. Eson dito, mga kaibigan, lumalaban at nahatak ko yung wire ng mic ko. Pero okay lang yan. Edward on to the side lane. Signan natin kung paano nila gagawin to. Kilowash and the others are just gonna back out. JP dito, na retribution niya yung turtle sa kanila, ang turtle buff.
What a play coming out from Kilowash with the Way of the Dragon sa pinaka magandang target, which is Wise. The jungler of Blacklist International, hindi lang yung pinaka mayaman dapat sana para sa Blacklist International, but also the retribution holder. Kaya nga naman, after that fight, kahit ba ma-fatal links ni Eson ang mga members ng Aura PH, it won't matter. Turtle will be given to Aura PH dahil sa retribution. And we can see in the replay ngayon, Kilowash with a wonderful play. It won't matter kung ano na mga maging ang kasunod na laban na yon. And by the way, napakaganda na paggamit ng ultimate coming out from Benny Cutie. Bane ni Cutie, kumbaga. Coming in from that bush dun sa may mid lane para hindi siya makita. Perfect.
And that instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Available starting March 26 in Oppo concept stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms. Going back into the game. Aura dito, nahanap na nila yung break nila, Wolf.
Yeah, definitely. Katulad ng sinabi natin, naghintay lang sila ng kanilang mga items or at least the proper timings for their skills. At nakikita natin na kapag ang Blacklist International ay pangit ang pwestuhan ay doon sila nangyayari. Like that kill, although that is going to be a very important kill para sa Blacklist
Benny
International.
Cutie dito, hinahabol talaga siya. And Battle of Aquatic Animals ata itong nangyayari dito eh. Meron tayong isang nagpapating. Pero sabi nila Claude, tama na yan, tigil na yan, nandito na kami. And Eson dito will go down din. That is 2 kills for their side. Pero tignan mo yung damage dito. Venus taking down JP. Venus dito, mabubuhay pa ba siya? Greed! Oh my goodness! Oh my Venus!
Don't doubt Oh My Venus kung nasanay tayo na nagsusupport. Hard support si Oh My Venus with all the sustain, with the Rafaela, with the Matilda, with the Diggy. This time, killer si Oh My Venus. And what was that? He was farming the mid lane. Dinadoubt natin yung kanilang power. By the way, going in for the Thunder Belt first. Kaya nga naman ang taas ang kanyang damage output doon. And wrap around, hindi mo i-expect na gagawin ni Oh My Venus and really turned it around para sa Blacklist International.
Sabi ni Venus doon, itabi nyo, ako na.
Anak, itabi nyo ako na.
Pero Benny Cutie na naman dito yung target. At ito yung sagot ng Blacklist International sa ginagawang Bane plays dito ng Aura PH. Pero bago natin puntahan yan, Matilda dito, tutumba. Wise next sa target, Blazing Duet. Hindi enough yan. And Harith dito, tutumba yung Claude. 3 members down for the side of Aura. Hindi man sabay-sabay nangyari yun, pero still, that is going to be space para sa Blacklist International.
More importantly, yung pwestuhan ng Blacklist International gave them the victory for that specific skirmish. Hindi din natansya ni JP na pag nag-BMI in siya, talagang mapapatay siya ng Blacklist International. Maganda yung pag-reserve or conserve ng Blacklist International sa kanilang mga skills, particularly on Oh My Venus with his stuns. Tapos, naligtas nila si Wise dahil hinahabol siya ni JP na pa-BMI in na yung Claude. And they duly punished Aura PH for that. Back online na Blacklist International
Sinipa.
for sure.
At eto na, Kilowash dito. Nagkamali siya ng pangalawang Jeet Kundo. Pero the attempt was there. Pero kitang-kita siya dito. Pwede siyang habulin. Pero si Pakito naman yung na-takedown dun sa kabilang side ng mapa. And Kilowash dito, napaaga yung Shunpo niya. And that is going to be the punish. Parehong side laners ang natanggal dito para sa side ng both teams.
My goodness, Eson with a perfect timing para sa kanyang Shadow Mask. Hinintay niya na magkamali nga ng Shunpo, tas tsaka na siya nag-ultimate. He knows na kaya nila na kill, and that Shadow Mask helped him position himself. And this is gonna be scary. Kung kanina ay nasa-shutdown yung Tigreal ni Eson, for Blacklist International ngayon, is really online, and he's a threat almost all the time.
Eson, yung proficiency niya, yung galing niya sa paggamit ng mga ganitong initiation hero, nakikita natin ngayon. Hindi man ganun kaganda yung naging performance niya dun sa may Tigreal, pero given the chance na magamit itong Atlas na to, ipupul niya talaga yung trigger. Hahanapin niya yung mga gandang targets.
Obviously, nakikita natin ang Blacklist International taking advantage of their advantage. Kumbaga, lalo
naman.
Lalo nilang ina-abuse. And look at that Demon Hunter sword. Oh My Venus. Nako, hindi na to supporting Oh My Venus.
Yung Reyna sumama sa gera.
Yung Reyna sumama na nga talaga sa gera. And I know that all of the VY spam is so happy sa ngayon. Lalong-lalo na dahil galit na si Ma'am Shoes.
At ito sinasabi natin si Coach Bonchan at itong Blacklist International, hindi talaga sila magbaback down sa mga creative ways on how to play their own supports, or yung mid lane rather. So ibig sabihin dito, Blacklist International, they are very well on their way into taking this game number 2. But for the side of Aura naman, ang kailangan natin bantayan sa kanila is yung scaling nila. Yes, JP isn't doing good now, pero kailangan pa rin pansinin meron pa rin chance na mabalikan nila to. Pero Benny Cutie with a shark attack, hindi din ganon ka-impactful yung Bane dito.
Yeah, well, I guess because of the fact that RPH only used that for clearing waves. Wala naman silang, hindi naman nila aim na makipag-teamfight talaga nung time na yun. Gusto lang nilang patagalin pa itong laban. And Kilowash, eto na. Sabi na, it's Operation Split Push para kay Kilowash na alam natin na ginagawa talaga ng Aura PH. Lalong-lalo na pag binigyan nila ng map control heroes si Kilowash.
Ato, offline habulin si Kilowash at eto na, kinaagat na siya ng sobrang daming tao dito. Hinahanap yung pananan doon at hindi makakatakas si Kilowash dito. May checkpoint.
Yeah, it was always protected from Blacklist International. Hinabol ni Oh My Venus at ni Wise, tapos merong backup. Wala magagawa doon yung Aura PH. Now, ang mangyayari, they will concede the Lord for sure. And
Or will they? Or will they?
Without Kiluash, it's gonna be really difficult. Lalong-lalo na ito si Raflesha.
Oh, they will.
That is a very bad decision from him.
Okay, grid dito. Nag-trickle in sila, nag-audition sila dito. Pumasok sila isa-isa.
Edward.
And that only means na ang daming space para sa Blacklist International dito. Kunin na lang talaga yung Lord, and that Lord is going to be to their side. Good news for Aura fans naman dito. Hindi pa ito yung Luminous Lord.
You can see naman para sa Blacklist International, ginagamit nila yung kanilang kit. We did say kanina na pag sila yung nauna sa pwestuhan sa mga big objectives, the macro objectives like Turtles and Lords, sila yun nakakuha na. Parang imposible para sa Aura-PH na rumibat. Lalong-lalo na kasi may extra vision coming out from Oh My Venus's Popol and Koopa. Kaya nga naman sakit. And
may drawing. May drawing. Nakita niyo yun? Sabi doon, yun yung trap. Yun yung trap. So abangan niyo yung mga drawing na yan. Masterful yan.
Look at Eson. Just zoning them out. Threat na ngayon si Eson for sure. It's gonna be difficult. Benigute, meron pa rin siyang ultimate. They can use that for clearing the waves.
And tingnan lang natin kung gagamitin niya kasi napakalaking teamfight ultimate din niyang skill na yan. Shark attack, binato na nga. Pero yung Lord dito tutumba na. And here comes the fight. Blood will go down and this might be it, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading to a game number 3. Blacklist International with a dominating performance.
Dominating is an understatement. I love the fact that Oh My Venus this time is angry. Nakikita nyo ngayon parang really commanding position. And masasabi ko yung big turnaround para sa laban na to ay dahil dun sa double kill na kinuha ni Oh My Venus onto the top lane. Tama na sa mga Rafaela, tama na sa sustain meta. Killer type pa ako ngayon. Killer ang Reyna ngayon.
Lumaban na ang Reyna, ladies and gentlemen, and this winning moment is brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Put your game face on and finally say goodbye to those awkward Itcha GG moments thanks to Head and Shoulders. 100% dandruff free and itch free. Now, mas mabango pa pero walang mas babango. walang mas babango sa Head and Shoulders pero mabango din yung ginawa dito ng Blacklist International. This is a new take kung paano mo laruin yung mid lane mo.
You're kind of worried for Blacklist International dahil wala sila mage for the burst. Pero sabi nila, hindi naman natin kailangan talaga ng burst kung ang Aura-PH mismo ay malalambot din naman. Also, I love the fact that they took advantage of their draft na lamang dun sa pag-take ng big objectives. Yun din talaga yung kanilang upper hand over Aura-PH. Because Aura-PH, they need to farm. Meron silang Claude. They also have the Bane. They are very slow when it comes to tempo control. Pag ang Blacklist International ang nagko-control ng mapa, they are gonna be looking good. And ginamit nila this time si Paquito. Lastly, Butters, I love the fact that Eson is popping off.
Madami tayo nasabi, ladies and gentlemen, pero tingin ko it's time to throw it back to Midnight. Midnight, what do you have to say? The floor is yours. Sa'yo na.
Thank you so much, casters. And di talaga papatalo ang Blacklist International, forcing out the Game 3 against Aura-PH. Welcome back to the Analyst Desk. My name is Midnight. And pag-uusapan natin kung paano ba nakaka-comeback ang Blacklist International on this game number 2. Now, important details to check is yung itemization actually ni Popol and Koopa. Na makikita natin sa ating post-game statistics brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. So again, itemization of Oh My Venus. Tignan nyo actually, MVP pa nga si Oh My Venus dito, no? On Popol and Koopa. Key items dito is yung Thunderbelt and yung Demon Hunter Sword. Of course, you'd want the defensive kit on Popol and Koopa before you go for a damage item. Pero ito kasi yung benefit ng meron kang Popol and Koopa, no? Early game pa lang, kaya na niyang mang-zone out against Aura-PH. And if you look at the heroes of Aura-PH, no? Kaya din naman nilang pasukin yung box ng Blacklist International or yung territory nila, no? They can actually invade the jungles of Blacklist International, but they decided to leash JP on the Claude para mas mabilis yung pag-resource control ng Aura. Pero na-take over kasi ng Blacklist International yung mga kailangan nilang objectives. Like for example, when Aura decided to go for team fights, Oh My Venus was there to secure his his teammates the kills na pwede niyang i-clean up. That's the benefit of having a Popol and Koopa on this specific lineup. Yung zone yung zoning potential ng Blacklist International, it's amplified by the presence of PNK and Atlas on the same lineup. Kaya nahihirapan din actually yung Aura PH. Naramdaman nila na parang hindi natin kaya basta-basta pasukin yung Blacklist International. And those again guys are the statistics brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. Siyempre, hindi rin natin pwedeng baliwalain yung presence ni Atlas dito. No? Kuya Eson having a hard game on game number 1, proving to be still a commanding tank on game number 2 with the Atlas. Kada nakakakita siya ng potential kill, hindi siya nag-hesitate actually na mag-go for those small skirmishes. And these game highlights are brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. Again, makikita nyo rito yung confidence ng Blacklist International to go for these small skirmishes. Even though, like what the caster said, wala namang burst damage yung Blacklist International dito kasi wala naman silang natural mage. But again, the very nature of the lineup of Blacklist International is that they have superior control. They have the Atlas, they have even the Paquito, and they have the Popal and Koopa. Of course, the damage output is still overflowing on the side of Aura PH, but in the face of control, it's really hard for you to utilize your skills kasi kailangan mo isipin yung positioning mo, yung mga bush control, and of course, yung mga heroes ng Blacklist International kailangan mo ring mahanap. Kasi if hindi mo sila mahanap, suddenly, bigla ka nilang ita-turn around and sila naman yung magiging winner ng teamfight. And this is one of those instances na si Oh My Venus nakachempo ng positioning kasi they don't have any information on the Popol in Kupang. Ginawa lang ni Oh My Venus dito is ginamit niya yung We Are Angry tapos kinagat-kagat niya. Pinagkakagat-kagat niya yung mga heroes ng Aura PH. And after that, JP, even though he had enough farm, again, the superior control is there. Once na mag-blazing duet siya, nilalapagan lang siya ni Venus ng trap and hindi na nakakagalaw yung heroes ng Aura PH. And look at that, once again, Eson just committing the ultimate. Hindi siya nagpapabaya sa kanyang fatal links. Kapag nakakita sila ng free kill, they go for it. And that is what allowed the early game snowball actually for Blacklist International to command the lead against Aura PH and take over game number 2. Very commanding performance from Blacklist International. It all came down from the draft and the itemization of Oh My Venus. Again, this match is a battle of wits. And right now, Blacklist International, sila ang nagwagi on game number 2. And of course, we have our MVP for this match. The MVP of the game is brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Break through your own limits, rise above, and be free to game great with free games for all. And Oh My Venus is our MVP of the match. KDA of 407, net worth of 8,768, damage dealt 35,145, objective damage of 8,434, and a kill participation of 65%. Napakarami ng ambag ni Venus on this specific match. Pwede siyang isa pang core, kumbaga parang tatlo yung core ng Blacklist International kasi nag-transition din naman yung hero ni Oh My Venus. Hindi naman kasi kilala ang Blacklist para sa mga offensive lineup. They're more of a defensive lineup, and what they say, the best offense is a good defense. Yan ang naging storya ng game number 2 for Blacklist International. Excited ako for game number 3. I'm pretty sure excited din yung mga casters natin. So babalik natin kayo sa ating mga casters.
Pero actually, pwede mo rin baliktarin yun eh. The best defense is the best offense, and the best offense is a good defense. Alam mo yun? Pwede mo baliktarin yan. Welcome back to the Caster's Desk, ladies and gentlemen. And always do remember that MPL Season 7 is presented by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Free to game great with Smart free games for all.
Oh, of course, nakita natin ang game number 2 kung saan ang Blacklist International tinake advantage ang kanilang sabihin na nating area control type of draft kung saan pwede sila maglapag ng mga traps using the Popol and Koopa with pokes, tapos si Eson mas maganda yung kanyang ultimate this time at yung kanyang pag-control with the Atlas, tapos meron kang Paquito, then YSS obviously to take the turrets. Super duper solid understanding of their own draft mula sa Blacklist International. Ito naman yung masabi natin sa pares sa teams na to. Pag nagkakaroon sila ng draft, parang alam mo yung self-awareness nila sa sarili nilang draft ay maganda talaga. Kaya yun yung kanilang ina-abuse in a way.
So why is it so important, ladies and gentlemen, na maban yung mga heroes ni Venus? Kasi for Aura PH, nakikita talaga natin yung trend eh. Lagi natin ibaban yung mga heroes ni Venus para hindi niya magawa yung kanyang mga pinaplano. But at the same time, libre yung mga teammate niya. And speaking of draft, Wolf, who will make the better choices, who will make the smarter choices in the draft Brought to you by, syempre, ng Smart, etong ating drafting phase, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Mainit to Wolf, and this is going to decide kung sino nga ba ang mag-uwi ng mga puntos. Well, actually, nakauwi na sila. Sino ang magpapadeliver ng points sa side nila? Yun na lang, para ayos.
Well, for at least for Blacklist International, for Aura PH, I think this is a high time to respect yung Harith ni Oheb. Sobrang comfortable niya in his own ground, and I think that the pain is no longer a hard counter dun sa Harith, as we can see right now. As evident dun sa previous na game, hindi na ganun ka hard counter ang Bane laban sa Harith, lalong-lalo na sa laning stage. Another important factor is the Pakito. Baka hindi na to ibigay ng Aura PH sa ngayon dahil yung kanilang passive way para i-approach yung laban ay mukhang hindi nag-work pag ang heroes ng Blacklist International ay maganda yung control. So, first pick ngayon ng Blacklist International, they might first pick the Pakito once again, and I think Aura PH should just ban that out.
Your team is picking.
Last ban for inside of Aura PH is going to be the Mathilda.
Yep.
Ayaw nila ibigay kay Blacklist yan kasi kumbaga parang ano din yan eh. Parang mayroon din yung protection na nabibigay, di ba? So, Blacklist International going for the YSS. Labanan talaga ng YSS to, Wolf.
Yep. Definitely, ganito yung mga masasayang mga nangyayari sa sa mga best of 3 series or mga long series or tournaments, di ba? Parang there will come a point na may isang specific hero na hindi naman siya yung pinaka-OP. It's not like he's the best in the business, pero dahil siya yung crucial sa dalawang teams, if first pick siya. And look at this, Blacklist International literally first picking the YSS. So many counters that can be available para sa side ng Aura PH, but they chose to still pick it up. Ngayon for Aura, Benedetta and Pakito, Encho is available. I think one of those three for sure ang pipiliin ng Aura PH.
Kumbaga, yung ibang mga teams kasi usually ang pinupuntahan nila malalakas eh. Pero itong Blacklist, naniniwala sila sa consistency. Now, Aura PH, this is the same 1-2 punch.
Yes.
Na binato nila nung game number 1 drafting. But
God.
still, Blacklist International going straight for their trio laners. Well, actually, 2 laners and 1 jungler.
Your team
Harith
is
Pakito
banning.
hanggang mabulag para sa Blacklist International. Sa Aura naman, going in for the Alice and Benedetta na flex pick. Pero dahil sa pick ng Lancelot, Aura PH have revealed na kanilang jungler ay Lancelot, ang kanilang side laners ay Alice and Benedetta. Do take note, however, pwede pa rin siyang gamitin ni either Raflesha or ni Greed as this support Benedetta, but it is very unlikely to happen, lalo na sa ngayon. Matingnan pa rin natin, there is going to be the Rafaela ban para sa Aura. Might also consider the Popol and Koopa just like in the previous game. Dahil ang Blacklist International, sobrang comfortable nila doon.
Your team is
Well,
banning.
dun sa first game, dun sa second game, wala talaga silang pampasok ng backline dun eh. Like, for Aura PH, yes, madali lang sanang hulihin itong Popol and Koopa. Pero kasi kapag wala kang pampunta dun sa likod, automatic mangangatkat ka muna ni Koopa bago ka makapunta kay Popol.
That's right. I love the Harith, by the way. Ang ganda niya laban sa Benedetta. Decent versus Lance. Sabihin na natin 50-50 kung kumparahin yung Alice, lalong-lalo na si Benny Cutie na gumagamit. So, at least mas comfort niya ngayon on the side lanes. We'll see, however. Aura PH, Popol and Koopa, 100%. Kailangan mong iban yan sa Blacklist International. And I wonder kung ano ang magiging choice ngayon ng Blacklist International. There is still Farsa. Meron pating Lunox, meron paling Eudora. Actually, so many heroes that can be available para kay Oh My Venus. Pati na rin kay Eson. Atlas makes more sense ngayon para sa Blacklist International. Baka kunin pa rin nila yan. I don't like if they will choose the Tigreal once again. Although, again, nagme-make sense siya laban sa Benedetta. And those are the two choices that I would recommend para sa Blacklist International.
So, sabihin na lang natin na you don't really say that, you said that Atlas is a good choice dito. Even with the Alice? Even with the Alice ba, magandang choice pa kanya para
in
sa
a way, yes. Kasi meron kang Fatal Links. All you have to do is to time it out, di ba?
Yeah, that's true.
And nakita naman natin kanina na ang ginawa lang ni Eson is hindi actually siya nag-rely dun sa kanyang ultimate. It's just way for them to be aggressive. To have somebody in the front lines is... Did I hear the Claude? It's the Grok.
It's the Grok. Grok pa rin.
Ang ganda ng Grok. Oh man, this is such a good Grok pick for Aura PH. Pang disrupt on jungle, pang knock-up ng Pakito at pati na rin ng Harith. If you time it so perfectly, pwede mong gamitin yung wild charge to really just make it difficult for the Harith. Although, again, for Blacklist International, they can even go Eudora and Sylvana dito sa lineup na to.
Pero alam mo, ang isa sa mga tinitignan ko dito is kung paano nila sasagutin etong lads. Kasi the show is out eh. Actually, Blacklist nga yung nag-abandon ng show, sa totoo lang. So, Sylvana is good. Yung Pakito, pwede rin naman i-knock up dito si Lance. Pero, they are gonna go for an even a Franco.
Eve, obviously, ito yung wave clear hero nila. Perfect din sa playstyle ni Oh My Venus yan. And, so what they're gonna do with the Franco, nakita na to dati. And ang goal ng Franco is just to reset the buffs. And syempre, isa siyang hard CC, which is what we're looking for. Lancelot, syempre, mamoblem siya in the mid-game. Although there still is the Grok. I know for sure na dati nung sikat na sikat yung Franco Butters, we go for the Grok. This is what, MPL Season 3? Or Season... Yeah, it was Season 3. Kung saan yung suppress ni Franco is one of the favorite ones. And what you do is just use the Grok para i-stop yung suppression na yon, yung Bloody Hunt.
Unang nalabas si Franco, if I'm not mistaken, sa MPL-PH was Season 3 playoffs. Nilabas siya ni Pain.
Yes.
Tapos, nung Season 4, doon na talaga siya tuloy-tuloy na ginamit.
Yep. And was Eson also uses it.
Oo, si Eson ginagamit niya.
Eson Esports yan. Diyan sumikat yung Eson Esports nung malapit siya mag-Franco. Hindi lang sa pag-kill or pag-facilitate for kills, but also to be disruptive when taking buffs. Alam naman natin na pag na-hook ni Franco yung orange at yung purple buff, reset, auto-reset yan. So that's also an additional thing. And also, nung off-season ng MPL, ginamit na to ng Blacklist International. And to great effect. Ngayon, tricky yung naging choice dito ng side ng Aura-PH, but I like it. It's gonna be Chang'e para ma-prolong nila yung laban. It's also a hero na in a way may reach siya laban sa Eve. Eve kailangan literally tumayo para doon sa kanyang ultimate. But then again, alam natin na hindi ka komportable kapag meron pang meteor shower. Also, ito yung way nila para magkaroon ng late game potential. Kasi sa totoo lang, ang gagawin dito ng Aura-PH, hindi na si Lancelot ang tunay na bida sa late game. Alice na yon. And what they can do is to be aggressive in the early stages with Benedetta, Lance, and Grok. Tapos yung Chang'e, yung parang pang-clear nila ng wave in combination with the Benedetta para umabot tayo sa late game with the Alice.
Actually nga, looking at the draft of Aura-PH, tama yung sinabi mo doon, si Eve kailangan tumayo to activate the ultimate eh. Pero kasi, medyo matatakot ka din para sa kanya eh. Ano yung meron sa kabila? May Lance, may Benedetta, may Alice. So those three heroes, they themselves alone, pwede silang pumunta doon sa may backlines at pwede nilang i-take down bigla dito yung Eve.
Very interesting point, Butters. Yes, it's true na when you're picking the Eve, you have to make sure na walang pwedeng pumunta sa may backlines ng safely. Siyempre, merong Benedetta, may Lancelot, and that's already two of the important heroes laban sa Eve. Yung mga tipong Natalia, your Hayabusa, di ba yung mga heroes na pwede mag-aggressive sa backlines, already ayaw mo na ng Eve na yon. Now, siguro ang side ng Blacklist International, they're thinking, ang kailangan nila sa Eve is yung wave clear and the slows from the ultimate. At siguro kailangan nga nilang pang-clear wave. At tapos meron silang Franco to punish kung sino man yung pupunta doon sa Eve. But that's a, how do they say this? Very defensive manner to use the Eve. Gusto mo maging on point kasi with the Eve, and it's really scary kung may Lancelot sa kalaban.
So meaning, ladies and gentlemen, this is a battle of positions na naman for both of these teams.
That's absolutely
Kailangan na naman mauna dito ng Blacklist International. Although sabihin na natin, they're in a very bad predicament na parang, alam mo yon, sila yung dapat mauna kasi kung hindi, sila yung manatalo. But still, Blacklist International, pinakita nila sa atin kung paano nila pinapagana yung mga lineup nila. And with the Franco on the very ever so capable hands ng isang Eson Esports, tingin ko kayang-kaya, and especially din naman dito si Venus with the Eve, hindi rin papahuli ito ng basta-basta.
Comfort is there para sa Blacklist International. Yan ang masasabi natin. Sa sobrang dami nilang mga lineups or mga strategies na inilabas ng MPL of season, masasabi natin na talagang nagbatak itong team na to. It kind of feels like they have so many strategies around, and in a way, marami rin silang comfort picks. This is absolute comfort para sa Blacklist International. Wala man tayong makita mga Rafaela, Diggy, Estes dito. This is still comfort picks for the side of Blacklist International. Dahil yung unang tatlo, literally, Yisun Shin, Wise, SS to. Tapos meron kang Harith ni Oheb, meron ka pang Pakito ni Edward. Then you have Eson Esports with this Franco man. Comfort ang meron para sa Blacklist International.
And for the side of Aura naman, this is very aggressive. And I expected nothing less dito sa lineup na to. Ang dami nilang pampasok ng backline. They do have the Croc as well.
Yeah.
So, ibig sabihin dito, guys, this is going to be a non-stop, sabihin na rin action. May non-stop action na mangyayari dito sa laron to. Kahit nga si Rapli siya na pag-Croc na.
Yeah, we saw yesterday or basta yung unang laban ng Aura PH. The keyword is jungle choking na nakita natin mula sa Raflesha. Now, throwback to MPL Season 4 and Season 5 kung saan successful ang team na to back then when they were called Sunsparks is kapag aggressive sila sa pag-take or pag-nakaw, pag-invade ng jungle, di ba? And now with their heroes that they do have, it could be also true. Pero kailangan nila mag-ingat kasi meron pa ring Franco na pwede ring i-reverse yung mga ginagawa nila. So it's also one thing that Aura PH should be considering.
Now, we will be heading to the game in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Kapit lang kayo dyan. Alam ko, medyo nagkakaroon na kayo ng hype sa katawan nyo dahil gusto nyo na makita kung sino ba manalo sa game number 3. Pero dito tayo sa MPL-PH Season 7 and alam mo, masasabi ko lang, seeing the teams play, hindi pa natin nakikita lahat maglaro. Pero I have this idea na nag-step up talaga lahat ng teams. Yung identity ng bawat team, maka-clarify mo na kung anong gusto nilang gawin.
Oh yeah, we're in week na on the I think right now napaglaro na ang lahat ng team except for one which is Signal Ultra and nakikita natin na mainit talaga laban. In fact, we only have 1-2-0 so far. And I think that is also that also tells us na lahat talaga ng team ay nag-step up na.
Oo. At saka nga pala, pinaplug lang namin dahil nakikita nyo na kayo yung mga bootcamp nila. Please do watch yung bootcamp raid sa MPL Philippines. Makikita nyo kung paano yung MPL Philippines page makikita nyo kung paano nga ba sila namumuhay sa mga bootcamp nila. Ano nga ba yung itsura ng mga bootcamp nila at gusto nilang gawin sa mga bootcamp nila. Lahat ng teams, inikot namin, ako, ikaw,
si Manjin,
si Rob. Inikot namin lahat ng mga bootcamp ng team para lang mapakita namin sa inyo kung ano nga ba yung mga ginagawa na itong mga teams na to. So don't forget to watch that and looking at them, ready na to. And alam mo, Wolf, bawat pwesto na inuupuan nila ngayon, nakita natin ng personal to. And mainit ang mga notes dito. Hindi natin sabihin yan, syempre. Pero may mga notes yan.
Yeah, you know, one thing na pwede natin siguro i-reveal is how well bonded Aura PH is. Isa kayong dalawa ni Manjin ang nagsabi sa akin, nagkwento sa akin na etong team na to, Aura PH, they can finish each other's sentences. Ganon sila, ka-close sa isa't isa. And nagtatranslate yan dun sa mga teamfight execution sila. Game number 1, kitang-kita kung gaano kaswabe yung pag-execute ng mga members ng Aura PH. You can see how well executed their teamfights are. And siguro nga dahil ito dun sa bonding or dun sa pagiging close ng mga players nila.
Dito naman sa Blacklist International, yung bootcamp nila, sobrang cozy. Sobrang ganda ng pwesto nila doon. Actually, kapag napahiga ka doon, alam mo yung masandal tulog? Ganon yung dating ng bootcamp nila dito. And ang ganda din ng bond netong team na to. They're very close. And at the same time, makikita mo talaga na kapag umupo sila doon, it's all business.
Yes, it's all business na pag talagang ganun na yan. We can see na when it comes to the business para sa side ng Blacklist International, ang kanilang ginawa ay nagbatak talaga. Not only with their scrims or with the training, but also when it comes to exposing themselves sa mga tournaments outside of MPL.
And it's time to head to the Celestial Palace as we go to game number 3 of this best of 3 series, Blacklist International versus Aura PH. Tara na!
Ang comfort para sa Blacklist International, nandyan ang YSS ni Wise or the Wise SS. And like we said kanina, Edward as well as Oheb using the same heroes in the past 3 games that we have. And also, it all spells comfort para sa Blacklist.
Kung mapapansin mo yung first item na kinuha ni Kilowash, yung region necklace.
Yes.
Region necklace, dalawang ganun yung kinuha niya dito.
This is not the first time that he did that. Usually ginagawa niya ni Kilowash lalo na pag mga chow thumbs siya. Gusto niyang i-out sa state lane katapat, dalawang necklace sa simula. really helps him to be tanky in a way or sustain me.
Then again, alam niya din na hindi talaga favorable matchup sa kanya dito yung top lane na may Pakito. So ang ginagawa niya dito is nagka-cut siya ng wave.
Yeah.
And hindi niya gusto na madala siya dun sa may critical HP. So ibig sabihin dito, ladies and gentlemen, Kilowash really just wants to go for yung mga cut ng waves.
We did see kanina nung game 1 na yung Pakito versus Benedetta matchup, dahil sa mga nerfs sa Benedetta, sided talaga siya sa Pakito kung sa bayang bigkas lang mangyayari. But when it comes to cutting waves, obviously nandun niya kay Benedetta kasi meron siyang maraming dash and pwedeng gamitin ni Kilowash yun. Ngayon, nung nangyari nung game number 1 was, etong ating Benedetta, ang ginawa niya ay ina-advance niya yung pag-cut ng waves para si Pakito ay maiwan dun sa lane. Kailangan niya magdepensa kasi otherwise mapupush yun. Kaya naman napigilan yung playmaking potential ni Edward kasi kinakailangan niya, pinapwersa siya ni Kilowash na magstay dun sa lane.
And nakikita niyo din si Eson talagang pinupulit niya dito. Si JP, manhook niya kaya yung buff? Hindi niya mahuhook yung buff. And that is going to be Kilowash and Edward going at it. Pareho na silang level 3 dito. And kung mapapansin mo, si Edward pa yung nabawasan ng todo dun sa ginawa nilang suntukan.
Yeah. Oh, now, in the middle, ito naman yung hinahanap natin para may Venus, yung Eve with that second skill. At Sira Flesha nagiging problema lang para sa Blacklist International. 1 minute 40 seconds in, hindi pa level 4 si Wise dahil nga naman sa fact na hindi pa niya nakukuha yung purple niya.
And Raflesia dito, and Eson going at it. And look at that flicker. Finlicker siya pabalik. Tignan natin Raflesia, mga katakas nga ba? Dito si Kilowash with the health. Flicker out para kay Venus dito. And that is going to be crucial para sa kanila. Raflesia, nakatakas pa.
Wow, that's the power of the Grok. High and dry with the sprint. Hirap habulin for sure. At kaya maging really offensive the start of the match.
Edward ang first target dito ng Aura PH. And nandito yung backup pero medyo late ang pangyayari. The hook will be thrown out pero si Kilowash nagstay siya doon ng onte para kahit pa.
Oh, no.
Uy! Nagkabarilan! Yung isa sa taas, yung isa sa harap!
And that's exactly what we said into the draft. Yung Eve gonna be counter. Hindi man counter answered by Greed. Nung nakita niya nag-ultimate na si Eve, alam niya there's only one spot literally for that at tatanggapin niya talaga yung Meteor Shower. Sabay last hit pa ni JP. And obviously, wanna give that to Nairo in the early game now belongs to Aura PH. Nakuha pa nila yung turtle.
Ngayon, alam nila na vulnerable dito si Venus sa mga ganks kasi wala siyang flicker. Nagamit na yung flicker na pwersa nila kanina. So, ibig sabihin nito si Greed, lalaban at lalaban talaga ng harapan to. And we might see another pressure dito sa may mid lane para kay Venus.
Hindi magtitigil ang Aura PH. Lalong-lalo ngayon ang ganda ng simula para sa kanila. They will use their Benedetta to cut the waves. Tapos gawa sila ng play with the Lancelot. And all is good para sa Aura PH. Lalo na lumalamang na sila ng 1,000 ngayon. Para naman sa Blacklist International, they have to force rotations. Oh, look at this. Greed! Kinuha agad, ninakaw agad yung purple buff. We are talking about this, the Aura PH jungle choke tactics.
Ito yung mga bagay na talaga nakakasakit ng todo sa isang YSS. Like YSS, sinabi na nga natin, consistent siya. Pero kasi yung strength niya is kailangan pa rin niya yung buffs. So, ibig sabihin dito, Aura just took like 2 minutes, 1 minute and 30 seconds of that buff dito sa side ng Blacklist International, and yung effectivity dito ng Blacklist International is magle-lessen ng onte in terms of the jungler side. Aura PH pushing top.
And you can see Kilowash, nanakaw pa niya yung green buff na yun away from Wise. Can't catch a break. Although
there is a fight. The hook is there. Eson dito mapipilitan gamitin yung flicker niya, and Edward na naman ang naipit doon. Divide and conquer ang pinapakita ng Aura dito, Wolf.
Exactly what is happening ngayon. Just like in the previous game kung saan napupwersa ang Blacklist International na maghiwa-hiwalay dahil dun sa movements ito ng Aura PH. Hindi man YSS yung gamit ng Aura ngayon. They're using the Lancelot. Almost is the same. At ngayon, 12 seconds before the turtle timing, nagiging aggressive na naman ang Aura. Wanna kill Oh My Venus or at least get a bonus kill. Sabay pwesto dun sa may turtle. At kukuha ngayon ng big objectives. Wise hindi na nakakuha ng buffs. Although na last hit niya yun, which is great. That's exactly what they wanted para kay Wise.
And glowing wand para dito kay sa side ni Greed. Kilowash with the brute force breastplate. Raflesia dito, meron siyang passive so hindi siya mahahatak at na-surprise siya dito. Eson gets the kill. Pero doon sa may likod, Grid dito, pino-force out niya sila Oheb. Kilowash trying to get away. Makakatakas ba siya? Yes, he can. May hook na pwedeng tumama. And here comes the Electro final blow. Eson dito, hinarangan talaga nila. Hindi tatama yung pana. And the hook will be thrown out din ulit ng isa pang beses. Hindi pa rin mahuhuli si Kilowash. Masyadong madulas ang Kilowash.
Ang dulas. Oh, this Benedetta, but Oheb, sabi niya, let's just trade for a turret. Well, big influx of gold para sa side ng Blacklist International. Lalo na nakakuha sila ng important kills naman sa Aura. And Neson dying once again. Top lane para kay Wise naman. Using his ultimate to scout things out. Sabay back dahil alam niya na doon na si Kilowash. And Aura PH, even after getting so many good stops dun sa early game, bumapalag pa rin ng Blacklist. In fact, maliit lang yung lead. 500, 600 lang yung lead na Aura PH.
Reed ang main target nila dito. Tinatakbo talaga nila Harith. At sabi din ni Benny Cutie dito, tara pre, alis na. Hindi na natin kaya to. Si Edward gusto pa rin yung slow, ibaba to. Pero doon sa may gitna, may 1v1 na naganap. And JP clearly having the advantage, still gets the kill.
That is a very important kill. Kaso nga lang patay si Grok, but that is just a tank. And Aura PH, hindi naman sila ganun kalungkot sa nangyari na yun. In fact, masaya pa sila dahil binigyan nila ng kill, solo kill. Itong si JP. Ngayon ay lumalamang kay YSS. In fact, JP is leading by 600 gold in the early stages over his jungler counterpart, which is Wise. And alam natin, crucial yun.
Si Benny Cutie, 2 items na.
That's true.
Naka-Clock of Destiny na.
And Talisman.
Tapos may Enchanted Talisman pa. So, ibig sabihin, magiging mahirap to come in the coming mid-game kasi masyadong maaga nakuha ni Benny Cutie yung mga timings nga dito. Especially yung stacks. Kasi usually, kapag mataas din yung gold ni Alice, nagko-convert din yan sa maraming stacks na eh.
Yes, ang pinaka favorite na hero, pinaka-kabisado na hero ni Benny Cutie is the Alice. Arguably one of the best Alice players in the league right now. We'll see him really snowball this time.
And Oheb dito getting pop lock and drop. Benny Cutie, mahuhuli pa siya ni Eve dito. And Eson, gusto niya huliin si JP and the hook! Hook flicker.
Sexy moves mula kay Uncle Eson.
Baka Eson Esports.
Eson Esports. Inintay niya yung Thorn Rose, pops the hook, flicker out. Solid na solid. Walang kawala doon yung Lancelot. By the way, Oh My Venus facilitated for that with a wonderful usage of the ultimate. This time kasi ginamit naman niya yung walls para hindi siya makita.
Oh, grabe. Uy! Oh my goodness, look at that play. Kilowash dito, nahatak siya. Wala lang sa pwesto yung mga members dito ng Blacklist International. Pero masasabi natin na nahuli na ni Eson si Kilowash.
Oo. At hindi yan siguro ang pinakahuli. Eson, mananalasa pa. And all of a sudden, Butters, Blacklist International ahead of Aura PH. Pwede na silang kumuha ng mga next objectives sa ngayon. Gamitin nila si Oh My Venus in an offensive manner, just like into the bottom lane.
Nag-drawing na dito si Oh My Venus. And hindi makatakas si Kilowash dun sa pwestong yon. Kilowash dito, first death of the game. Pero kung napapansin nyo, unti-unti nang pumupunta yung momentum dito sa side ng Blacklist International. Aura, sila yung nag-set ng tempo, sila yung nag-set ng pacing kanina, but right now, that isn't the case. Blacklist dito, with the efforts of their members, talagang nababaliktad na nila dito yung tide.
Now, waiting just for the perfect timing. Although may 2 items dito si Benny Cutie, they still need more. And para naman dun sa Grok, medyo defensive manner at nauna kasi yung Blacklist.
Kanina pinag-usapan natin to, Wolf, pagka nakapwesto ng una ang Blacklist International, sila ang mananalo and Aura PH dito. Masasabi na natin na nawala na yung control ng mapa sa kanila.
Oh, definitely kasi they're sitting far behind and hinihintay talaga nila doon. And the hook!
Putting up a show, the Eson Esports show, ladies and gentlemen. Kung nakikita niyo ang taong yan, ang lakas mga hatak.
Uncle
Eson! Tinapos si Eson. Kumbaga si Eson, wala kang takas dito. Kung maghanap ka ng jowa, maghanap ka ng Eson.
Nobody else can play the Franco this way. Pinrove na yan sa mga tournaments outside of the MPL. Nakita mo naman, Greed, suma-sidestep. Pero alam ni Eson kung saan siya pupunta. And the slow-mo with the flicker. Beautiful play from Eson. Hindi na nga kinailangan yung ulti kasi nga naman, basic na
And that instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Available starting March 26 in Oppo concept stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms. Pero may away na nagaganap dito habang nag-i-spell ako. Pwede na natin labanan to. Dito sa may pinakalikod. Edward dito lumalaban and Creed. Napipilitan tumakbo. Harris dito. Divide and conquer palalaro nyo. Babalik namin sa inyo yung favor. JP and Kilowash. Wala silang magawa kay Edward, the Filipino champ. Tinitipihan pa sila dito and that's going to be a triple kill para kay Oheb.
Oh my goodness. Look at that spacing coming out from Blacklist International. At sabi nga natin, pag sila talaga ang nauna nasa pwestuhan, ilista mo na. Blacklist International obviously using yung kanilang Yisun Shin to take control of the vision game. Sabay gamit ng kanilang Harith kay Oheb. And even with Benny Cutie having 3 items na, meron na siyang Winter Truncheon, hindi pa rin enough yung damage output ng Aura.PH. And we have to see Kilowash really give something para sa team niya. And this Benedetta, after all of the nerfs, hindi na siya yung pinaka-solid na side laner na alam natin na meron ang Benedetta dati. Sa ngayon, ang kailangan mong gawin ay mag-clear lang talaga ng waves, and Aura.PH stuck. Na-quarantine sila dito sa base nila.
Oo, Mountain Shocker revealed that lahat sila nandun. So lahat ng waves, lahat ng lanes nagpo-push papunta dito sa side ng Aura. Kailangan nilang i-defend to. An attack on all angles. Ika nga nila, Wolf, Raflesia dito and the others. They really try to take down the Lord, pero si Y sila, Oheb, si Edward, iba ang nasa isip. Ito ba yung Tori dito sa may gitna? Depensahan man nila yung taas, yung baba, yung kita, hindi! Pero another one coming out here from SON Esports! Hook after hook after hook!
Hook City para kay SON Esports. Lahat talaga nahuli, lahat natatali, even with the figure use. Na madami man siyang binabaro at madami niyang mimintis, pero pag tumama, talagang solid na solid.
SON Esports paving the way! Na-surprise niya si Croc!
And another one!
And another one! And another one! Benny Cutie goes down! Blacklist International takes the series 2-1! Oh my goodness! Tignan natin! Wala akong words!
You really have to give it to SON. Yung mga crucial na hooks na yon, those catches, kahit gaano ka ka-safe with the Chang, we did say Chang is good against Harith, Chang is good against the Eve. Pero kung hindi ka makapwesto, kung naunahan ka ng Blacklist International dahil doon sa mga hatak ni SON, you can't really position yourself.
And this winner's camera, ladies and gentlemen, panoorin nyo yan kasi hatid sa inyo yan ng Master. Hindi sila na GG. Instead, they brought their clay game with Master, sikreto ng mga gwapo at ang pinakagwapong member ngayon doon sa Blacklist International. Walang iba kung hindi si Master SON Esports.
Si SON Esports, sikreto ng mga gwapo, sikreto ng uncle natin. Well, the only Franco user so far sa MPL Season 7, one of the purists or one of the specialists ng Franco, hindi pa tapos, hindi pa makalawang si SON Esports. Bago pa magsimula ang MPL, nandyan na siya bilang carry ng Pilipinas hanggang ngayon. Men,
hindi ka pa pinapanganak, nag-ML na to.
Hindi ka kakapanganak ko pa lang, alamat na si SON.
Oh. Ay, nako guys. Grabe yung game na yon, but right now, let's throw it back to our analyst, Midnight. Kailangan natin malaman kung ano yung thoughts niya about this certain game. So, Midnight, i-hook mo na. Pabalik sa'yo.
Thanks so much, casters. And ang masasabi ko dito sa series na to, it was a math problem and Blacklist International were the ones to decode it. Once again, welcome back to the Analyst Desk. My name is Midnight. And ang ganda nung naging laro, no? Parang labanan ng mga ruler, mga protractor kasi lahat sila kanya-kanyang skill shot, kanya-kanyang target ng skills. And it was Blacklist International that prevailed on the back of Eson's Franco. Now, these following post-game stats are brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart free games for all. And ang masasabi ko lang dito is talagang si Franco yung nagdala dito for Blacklist International, no? Yes, ang ganda ng mga stats ng ating mga players, specifically Oheb. After the Calamity Reaper, he went for the Holy Crystal for maximum damage, then Feather of Heaven para mas ma-maximize nila yung Zaman Force. Edward, sustain item lang with the Pakito. The only thing that he needs to do is control the backline and split push for Blacklist International. Oh my Venus, ganda rin ang kanyang choice dito after Demon Shoes. He went for the Ice Queen 1. The impact of Eve in this game is the slow during these fights. In Aura PH, they rely heavily on mobility. They have a Benedetta, they have an Alice, and specifically the Lancelot. Kapag na-slow mo itong mga heroes na to, medyo mababad trip sila against you. Kasi again, ang key power ng mga heroes ng Aura PH is the mobility. Now, Blacklist International, for the most part, we're enjoying the free time on the early game. No? Even though nakakakuha ng small kills ang Aura PH, Eson was too huge of a threat on the map dito sa ating game. And once again, these stats were brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. And makikita natin in just a bit, no, yung mga highlights, no, yung mga malulupit at poging hooks ni Eson Esports, no. Sabi nga ni Manjin, Hook City ang nangyari dito sa ating game number 3, and I believe we have our highlights already, no. Feel ko di na rin kayo makapaghintay. So ihahatid na natin kayo sa ating highlights brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. And ito, makikita natin dito sa ating screens, no. Bakit ko nasabi na parang math problem? Kasi lahat sila kanya-kanya ng tusok, no? Meron kang 10x10 grid dito kay Oh My Venus. Si Lancelot, ganun din yung skill niya, papasok, patusok din. Si Grok, aangguluhan niya yung kanyang pader, and specifically, si Benedetta rin yung kanyang ultimate, no? Ilalatag mo rin on a certain angle. So, parang naging math problem talaga yung heroes ng ating mga players. Pero, the most important factor of all is the Franco, no? Specifically on these engagements. Makikita natin si Eson, dinigitan si JP dito. Sabi niya, hindi ko kailangan i-hook kita palayo kung pwede naman kita lapitan. And yan yung threat kasi ng Franco. He is one of the heroes that has the suppress ability na walang nakakapag-cleanse. Kahit meron kang purify, kahit meron kang cleanse ni 1-1, hindi ka makakawala sa crutches ni 1-1. And once again, look at this angle from Eson. Napakaganda ng paghuli niya rito against Greed. And yan kasi yung mga bagay na hindi mo may expect sa isang game. All the technicalities, all the mechanical skills, ito yung mga hindi mo matetrain. Kasi kapag magaling talaga, umanggol yung mga player, you can't have anything but the reflex timing. But Eson has mastered the usage of the Franco. Now, the following fights were already in favor of Blacklist International. Looking at the gold lead, even though 3,000 lang yung gold lead natin. If you look at the heroes of Blacklist International, all of them are late game heroes. The Eve, the YSS, the Harith, and even the Pakito. They have a lot of damage and they have a lot of sustain as well. Napakaganda ng specific na angulo dito mula kay Eson. Hooking from the outer range of the base, he was able to get a clean catch on Greed on the Chango. Feeling ko may galit si Eson kay Greed, no? For some reason, napakaganda lagi ng hook niya pag si Chango yung target. And after that, it was just Blacklist International initiating fights to end the game against Aura PH. And Aura PH cannot withstand the glory of this Franco of Blacklist International, no? Literal, may not problem pero na-decode ng Blacklist International yung solution against Aura PH, and after that, it was just an easy and clean victory for Blacklist International. The story of the game is just the overall map presence and threat of Eson, which is our MVP. Once again, brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Break through your own limits, rise above, and be free to game grade with free games for all. And masasabi na natin na probably Eson is one of the best, if not the best, Franco users in the Philippines. Kasi for now, siya pa lang naman ang gumagamit ng hero na to. Tapan na natin yung iba nating doubts kay Franco dito, no? Eson just proved to us that he is a capable and a viable hero in this specific meta. Napakataas ng kanyang impact in this game. 63% kill participation on a Franco, mind you. So he really did a lot and showed up to a lot of fights that Blacklist International went on to win. And that is what secured them game number 3 against Aura PH. Napakaganda ng performance na pinakita sa atin ng Blacklist International. Truly decoded ang Aura PH. So I'm pretty sure na excited din yung mga casters natin, no? Specifically sa mga susunod pang matches natin. And feeling ko, hype na hype yung ating audience. So for now, I will be throwing you back to our casters. Casters.
Tama ka dun, Midnight. Hype na hype din kami dito about what happened. 2-1. Blacklist International na reverse sweep na naman. And ito ata yung trend na nangyayari ngayon sa MPL.
Yeah, we are going to see a lot of reverse sweep so far. Apat na. So far, a lot of 2-1s for sure. And a lot of people are asking, magsi-step up ba ang mga teams sa MPL Season 7? Well, lo and behold, eto na po ninyo nakikita. Yung mga dati nating alam na sila yung talaga nanalo over this team, ay biglang nababaliktad na.
And speaking of nababaliktad, walang makakabaliktad dito. MPL Philippines Season 7 is presented by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Free to game, great with Smart, free games for all. Maraming salamat sa panonood, ladies and gentlemen, dito sa ating first series. Huwag kayong aalis kasi next na dito ang second series natin, ang Bren versus NXP. Ako nga pala si Butters, kasama ko ngayon si Wolf, and we were Shoutcasters for series number 1. Maraming salamat po sa lahat na nanood, and we will be right back. Well, actually, papasa natin sa isang gap lang ng konti, and we'll see you after this.
The Giga Life, your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Giga Life in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako.
Moment na sana, pero hassle ang kate. Yung kati na yan, dahil sa dandruff yan. You need Head and Shoulders. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kate. No more hassle sa moment. Goodbye na sa kate, dahil 100% dandruff-free.
When you look inside a JanSport backpack, you see a story that started in 1967. Since then, our mission has expanded to helping protect our environment for future generations to enjoy. It's a work in progress, but just this season we've used the equivalent of 13 million bottles worth of recycled polyester in our most popular backpacks. When you look inside a JanSport pack, you see our commitment to this brilliant blue planet we call home. And we're just getting started.
Hi everyone, this is Catherine Bernardo.
At ako naman po si Daniel Padilla. Guys, may PayMaya na ba kayo?
Kung wala pa, dapat mag-download na kayo sa Google Play or App Store dahil ito na ang usong pangbayad ngayon.
Ang PayMaya is ang mobile payment app using only your cell phone, and you can pay practically anything, kahit online transactions pa yan.
With PayMaya, hindi mo na kailangan magdala ng cash for your day-to-day expenses. Pwede kang magbayad ng bills, bumili ng prepaid load, mag-online shopping, mag-send money, magbayad gamit ng QR code, at marami pang iba.
Pero ang the best part dito ay may balik-bayad ka pa.
Each time you use PayMaya, may balik sa'yo na cashback at rewards, kaya sulit ang oras mo dahil hindi mo na kailangan pumila, and you can just pay using your app anytime, anywhere.
Kaya guys, huwag kakalimutan, pag may babayaran ka,
Don't pay cash, pay Maya.
Hey guys, I'm here with Kate and Bea.
Bad timing ang kate. Baka dandruff yan? Use Head and Shoulders every day. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kate. Para di pa balik-balik, kati gone for good na. Dahil 100% dandruff-free ka.
Hi guys, I'm here with Kate.
Para araw-araw, close na close. Max pinabango pa.
What do you do when what you desire is beyond reach?
You use power that breaks barriers. The Giga Life.
Now in 5G.
Do you believe this is possible?
I do.
How do you know?
Simple, smart, ako.
Inevitable.
Express your online business. Express your online business.
Welcome to the Giga Life. Your passions, your stories, your life. Simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Giga Life in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako.
Moment na sana, pero hassle ang kate. Yung kati na yan, dahil sa dandruff yan. You need Head and Shoulders. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kate. No more hassle sa moment. Goodbye na sa kate, dahil 100% dandruff.
When you look inside a JanSport backpack, you see a story that started in 1967. Since then, our mission has expanded to helping protect our environment for future generations to enjoy. It's a work in progress, but just this season we've used the equivalent of 13 million bottles worth of recycled polyester in our most popular backpacks. When you look inside a JanSport pack, you see our commitment to this brilliant blue planet we call home. And we're just getting started.
Hi everyone, this is Catherine Bernardo.
At ako naman po si Daniel Padilla. Guys, may PayMaya na ba kayo?
Kung wala pa, dapat mag-download na kayo sa Google Play or App Store dahil ito na ang kusong pangbayad ngayon.
Ang PayMaya is isang mobile payment app using only your cell phone and you can pay practically anything, kahit online transactions pa yan.
With PayMaya, hindi mo na kailangan magdala ng cash for your day-to-day expenses. Pwede kang magbayad ng bills, bumili ng prepaid load, mag-online shopping, mag-send money, magbayad gamit ng QR code at marami pang iba.
Pero ang the best part dito ay may balik-bayad ka pa.
Each time you use PayMaya, may balik sa'yo na cashback at rewards, kaya sulit ang oras mo dahil hindi mo na kailangan pumila and you can just pay using your app anytime, anywhere.
Kaya guys, huwag kakalimutan, pag may babayaran ka, don't pay cash, pay Maya.
Hey guys, I'm here with Kate and Bea.
Bad timing ang kate. Baka dandruff yan? Use Head and Shoulders every day. Unlike beauty shampoos, tanggal ang dandruff that causes kate. Para di pabalik-balik, kati gone for good na. Dahil 100% dandruff-free ka.
Hi guys, I'm here with Kate.
Para araw-araw, close na close. Max pinabango pa.
What do you do when what you desire is beyond reach?
You use power that breaks barriers. The Giga Life.
Now in 5G.
Do you believe this is possible?
I do.
How do you know?
Simple,
Smart
ako.
Inevitable.
Express your online business. Express your online business.
Welcome to the Giga Life. Your passions, your stories, your life. Simplified.
And the action continues for MPL Philippines Season 7. MPL Philippines Season 7 is presented by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Free to game great with Smart Free Games for All. Eto, mga ka-ML, ang hinihintay nyo ang ating mythical raffle draw. Yung mga nag-scan ng code at pumunta para masagot ang aming mga katanungan. 4 answers. Meron na tayong 10 winners na makakakuha ng in-game gifts. And there they are. Tingnan natin kung sino nga ba makakakuha ng ating panalo. Meron tayong 87,562 participants. Kung isa kayo sa mga nanalo, kung nandiyan ang ID number nyo at server number nyo, you have a chance. Actually, you got a chance. You won their in-game prizes. Maghintay lamang sa message ng Moonton ng Mobile Legends doon sa inyong app. Congratulations! Kayo ang 10 sa 87,562 na nanalo ng ating mythical draw. Every week, magdo-draw tayo every Sunday. So, kailangan meron kayong mga sagot doon para makasali kayo. Meron tayong bagong mythical draw na pwede niyong i-scan at i-announce natin yan sa susunod na linggo. So kung wala kayo doon sa 10, huwag kayong maglala. May chance pa rin kayo next Sunday. Nakita niyo yung QR code? Scan na yan. At isagot niyo ang mga tanong namin. Again, last week, we had 4. This week, we had 4 questions. Next week, meron din tayong mga 10 winners for that. Napakadali lang ng aming mga tanong para dyan. May mga tanong tayo kung sino nga ba ang ginamit na hero, kung sino nga ba yung nanalo. So kung nanonood talaga kayo ng MPL, napakadali lang nito para sa inyo. At itong isang madali din, kung swerte kayo, meron tayong lucky number draw. Kung ang huling 2 digits ng inyong ID number sa Mobile Legends, ang huli doon kung 06 or 92 or 51. Again. 06, 92 or 51, maaari kayong manalo ng skin and diamonds. Hindi nyo na kailangan humingi. Pwede na kayong manalo sa sariling sikap, scanning that code and filling up that form. Alam ko marami sa inyong may gusto ng skin, kayang-kaya nyo yan. All you gotta do, participate. And now, MPL Philippines Season 7 is presented by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Break through your own limits, rise above, and be free to game great with free games for all. Get 1 gig a day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more plus. 1 gig a day for 7 days. Just dial *123# or download the GigaLife app and choose free games. Next game natin. Marami talagang nag-aabang sa larong ito. NXP versus Bren. At pag-uusapan natin yung kasama ang ating master yung gamit nyo, no? Wolf and Nomad, ang sikreto ng mga gwapo. Grabe, alam nyo, ito pinatunayan nila na kahit yung mga tinataguriang at hinahangaang Diyos at Hari dito sa MPL, nasusugatan din. Anong masasabi nyo dun sa mga nakaraang laro nila?
Masasabi ko para sa Bren Esports, yun nga parang hindi porke kayo yung M2 World Champions. Back here in the MPL ay perfect na rin ang yung magiging run. I wanna say it matters more dun sa kanilang kalaban, which was the Untitled Chapter. It matters more to Untitled Chapter than sa Bren Esports. Well, I did see some of the post, may parang press conference kasi yung Bren Esports. Ang lupit eh. And Ducky mentioned that they were quote-unquote experimenting in their match against Untitled Chapter. And obviously that didn't work. And I don't think that experimenting sa isang official game, even when you're champions, I don't think that works so much.
Yeah.
So siguro learning lesson talaga para sa side ng Bren Esports.
Yeah, I mean, during their performance versus Untitled Chapter, hindi ko masasabi na yun na kagad yung benchmark na ito yung Bren performance
That's also
this
true.
entire
That's
season.
also
That
true.
was an experiment. Sinabi na nila mismo yun. I'm looking forward to see how they adjusted against NXP. Kasi may specific na sinabi sa akin si Ducky na he's looking forward to the draft and watch out for their Deki daw. I don't know if it was sarcastic.
Whoa.
Oras na para makilala muli ang mga manlalaro ng NXP. Panoorin natin yan. Ayan ang lineup ng NXP. Si Exort H2O, James Ranije at Yawi. So yan ang makikita natin ngayon.
Yeah, for sure, ito yung inaabangan ng mga players natin. And I see Exort being part of the main five, although baka hindi natin makita mismo si Exort. I know that they really want to play with Lancy. Ang taas ng pressure, I would say, para sa NXP. Kahit pa sabihin natin, NXP, they are known to not play under pressure. I mean, okay lang sa nila pinipressure sila kasi medyo happy-go-lucky yung vibe Yung vibe ng NXP Solid. They should be pressured yan because they're playing against Bren. And then at the same time, kailangan may konting takot sa kanila going up against Bren Esports.
Yeah, and Nexplay, I feel like they have something to prove for themselves kasi they did show up last season average. Yeah, they were doing good. They were not doing bad as well. This season, they want to prove that they deserve the slot here in the MPL. And going up against Bren Esports na isa sa mga pinakamainit na laban na inaabahan ng mga tao, I feel like they have a lot more pressure sa laban na to kasi they want to prove a point.
Yeah.
Nakilala natin ang NXP ngayon naman, kilalanin natin ang mga manlalaro ng Bren Esports. Nandyan si Lusty, Rebo, Carl Teasy, Phew, and Flap Teasy.
And this is really the World Championship lineup. Not really the World Championship performance that we expected yesterday versus Onyx, pero again, it was an experiment draft from Coach Ducky.
Yeah, we cannot really base yung performance of Bren Esports just off of one game. This is Bren Esports. Sabi, merong interesting nga lang na sinabi sa akin yung isang stats guy dito sa MPL. This is the first time na natalo ang Bren sa opening match nila all throughout the seasons.
That's true. They have been pretty dominant throughout all their appearances in all seasons, even when some of the members were part of Aether Main.
Exactly.
Both teams eager to bounce back. And this head-to-head is brought to you by Oppo na A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Available starting March 26 in Oppo concept stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms. Mag-recap muna tayo dito sa matchup natin ngayon. Itong Bren at itong NXP. So kung maalala natin, nag-qualify yung NXP ng Season 6. At nag-start yung regular season, di pa nagsisimula actually, nag-release ng statement na dudurugin na rin nila lahat ng koponan. Siyempre, itong Bren, hindi sila papayag dyan. Nag-start yung mga back and forth comments sa social media, binuhay muli ng NXP simula ng Season 7. And now, pati yung EPs na dadamay So, eto naman, they're both eager to bounce back and prove something to each other dahil may mga banters nga sila sa social media.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about itong rivalry nitong dalawang to.
Yeah, it's a rivalry in a way na parang Bren Esports lagi silang pumapalag sa mga banters nga na online when it comes to just NXP. And I think that any other team would really just want to defeat NXP the way that they express themselves. Pero yung Bren Esports special kasi parang for some reason, yung world champions natin, mainit talaga yung mata sa NXP.
Yeah, and that goes to show na Bren Esports, they have something to back up their bravado, kumbaga. Yeah. NXP, they have yet to prove that they're part of the top 4 lineups that we have here in the MPL. And they're already starting to talk trash. Or not talk trash necessarily, but they're starting to banter. They go for the banters left and right. And some teams don't like that.
Yeah.
Nung huling naglaban itong dalawang koponan dito sa MPL, recap lang, 3-0 ng Bren ng NXP. Lagi nilang tinatawanan ng isa't isa, ha 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 ha. So meron silang unfinished business. So actually, na-predict yun ni Coach Ducky. Speaking of coaches, may mga battle of coaches tayong nagaganap dito. Who will be the head and shoulders above the competition? Put your game face on and finally say goodbye to those awkward itch-a-GG moment. Thanks to Head and Shoulders. 100% dandruff-free and itch-free. Now, mas mabango pa. Pag-usapan natin ang dalawang coaches natin dito.
Ooh, wow. I think that this is the comeback of Ako si Doggy in the official coaching role. Although, for the longest time naman ay nagde-develop din talaga siya ng mga players. And I think for Nexplay Esports, he has been really commanding that team. Not only in-game, pero outside of the game. Yun naman yung masasabi ko kay Doggy. he was the one who founded Aether Main na ngayon ay Bren Esports na he coached Aether Main to an MPL championship in season 1. Ang masasabi ko kay Doggy is hindi niya lang kinokontrol or tinuturuan yung mga players niya in-game but also outside of it in such a good manner. Kasi for the first time nung bootcamp raids namin, siya lang yung nakatatanging coach na sinabi ng mga players, lahat ng players na inaalay nila yung season nila kay Doggy. And I think that speaks volumes on how impactful ako si Doggy is when it comes to the emotions, to the outside of the game matters ng mga players niya.
And on the flip side, Ducky, he played for SXC Imbalance during Season 2. They were some of the top four teams. Played with Esports back then in Season 4 and Season 5. And now, Blacklist International.
And I think for Coach Ducky, naglaro din naman siya. I remember him playing na hindi pa MPL, but more importantly, si Ducky, he came from... and ito parang nagkaroon ng Southeast Asian tour eh.
Yeah. Palipat-lipat siya ng mga teams all around. And he has won 2 World Championships to his name.
Yeah, and technically speaking, part ng EVO's Legends coaching staff at syempre ng M2 World Championship Bren Esports.
Yeah.
Ibang klase talaga yung achievement ni Coach Ducky. And it'll be interesting kung paano nga ba mag-a-adjust si Coach Doggy sa mga necessary na kailangan nila para talunin ang Bren. And syempre, hindi lang coaches ang i-feature natin. Meron din tayong mga manlalaro na talagang nasa spotlight. And these featured players will do all they can para hindi ma-GG. Bring your play game with master. Sekreto ng mga gwapo. Pag-usapan natin ang dalawa sa mga manlalaro dito. Head-to-head, Carl Tizzy versus Renegade.
I did not expect na ito yung pagtatapatin natin. Unfortunately, para kay Renegade, yung role niya kasi nung last season hindi pa pogi kung stats ang usapan. Because medyo sacrificial yung role on the side lanes. Like Carl Tizzy, speaking of pogi, ayan, napakalupit na KDA average as well as games played, for sure. More importantly for Carl Tizzy, kaya naman isa siya sa mga leaders when it comes to average KDA from the previous season dahil sa kanyang aggressiveness, and second is medyo calculated siya dahil tinutulungan siya ng kanyang mga supports.
Yeah, and that's basically what sets everyone apart from Carl Tizzy, kasi si Carl Tizzy has a good team around him that allows him to go ham. Na multiple time and again, nakikita natin si Carl Tizzy just going for the solo kills, pero mas impactful siya when he goes for the micro plays and his team allows him to survive in big team fights.
Kung talented ka na bilang isang player sa Mobile Legends, bilang isang core player sa Mobile Legends, tapos yung supporting crew mo ay talented din at willing mag-sacrifice, talagang maganda ang may resulta for you. And the way Carl Tizzy shine dito sa side ng Bren Esports ay dahil din naman dun sa fact na yung kanyang mga teammates ay hinahayaan talaga siya mag-shine.
Now, other than today actually, baka kung di sila magma-meet sa playoffs, baka today yung last time na mag-meet sila. Eh, napaka-interesting nito dahil nga dun sa rivalry na nakikita natin. Katulad nga sinabi ko kanina, pati yung mga EPs na i-involve, may unfinished business talaga itong dalawang to. So, meron silang pride also, and redemption na kailangan patunayan. Sa matchup na to, what do we want to see here?
Well, what I want to see here is a better look in the drafts. No more experimenting for Bren Esports. Nexplay, I want to see them be very aggressive with their playstyle so that they can catch Bren Esports.
Para sa akin, gamitin nila yung mga quote-unquote star players nila. Like, if Carl Tizzy is gonna pop off, let him pop off. Unleash the beast. Ganon din naman sa side ng Nexplay. We're looking at Renegade so many times. Tingnan natin kung this time talaga magpapakita ang kilas. I want to see him really just pop off from the side lanes. Pati na rin sila Yawi and of course, H2O versus Carl Tizzy. Hopefully, yung matchup na yan, parang suntukan o parang boxing wherein palitan talaga sila blow by blow.
And maiba lang usapan, sometimes I kind of want to look into the supports as well. Sino yung mag-aalaw kay H2O na mag-pop off? Sino mag-aalaw kay Carl Tizzy mag-pop off? Siyempre, walang iba kundi sa mga supports natin this entire game. And I want to see them shine. I want to see them prove na we're here for the team. We're the better supports. We're enabling our core to go ham. That's right.
Alam ko maraming mga comments dyan na sinasabi, game na! Game na! Tingnan natin kung kanino nga ba ang huling halaklak Bren Esports versus NXP. Punta na tayo sa ating anchor and analyst.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the M2 World Champions facing up against the people's champs, the crowd favorite, Bren versus NXP. And welcome back dito sa ating caster desk. Ako nga pala ang yung magiging anchor for today, si Butters. At kasama ko ngayon, si Manjin Faldas.
What's up, Butters? Here we go again. Bren versus NXP, bueno manong linggo para sa MPL Season 7.
And syempre, bago natin makalimutan, MPL Philippines Season 7 is presented by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Free to game great with Smart free games for all. At syempre, bago natin makalimutan, is MPL Philippines Season 7 is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Ngayon, isa to sa mga pinakamainit na game, Manjin. Bren versus NXP. Alam ko, ikaw yung nagdetalye nung story nito nung Season 6 eh.
I think nung Season 6, nagkaroon kasi ng magandang intro yung NXP at Bren. Ngayon, I think mas marami nang tumitingin ngayon sa mga iba't ibang teams kung gaano kalakas. Pero still, napakalaking headline pa rin na nangyari ito. Hindi pa rin tapos. Ito na ang ikalawang kabanata ng pagtapat nila. And ganun pa rin kainit. Sa social media, everything, ganun pa rin. Maging mga ipis nga, sabi ni Mara, nadadamay na.
Pero ang totoo nga dito is sino nga ba ang ipis at sino ang magiging insecticide. Pero, and then, kailangan din natin pasukin na yung draft dito, ladies and gentlemen. Sino nga ba ang gagawa ng mga smart choices dito sa ating draft? This is brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Free game great with Smart free games for all. Let's head on the draft.
Here we go. Butters, I think maganda ang emphasis dito ng pagkatalo nitong dalawang teams kahapon. Both of these guys, ayaw nila na madagdagan pa ng isang defeat ang kanilang record. That's why ganon ka-important ang laban na to. I think pass is pass na para dito sa dalawa. Napatunayan na ng Bren kung gaano sila kalakas. And I think natuto na rin ang Nexplay sa mga nangyari on the past to the point na kailangan nila mag-improve. Now, looking at the picks and bans here, I think magkakaroon tayo ng heavy emphasis ngayon. Una sa mga support mages, tapos sa mga mid mages, tapos dito sa mga jungle enablers like yung Natalia at saka yung Selena.
Nagpapasin mo dito, mayroon pa silang Sylvana na ban dito for the side of Nexplay. And that is going to be good against Bren Esports. Kasi nakikita nga natin, madalas silang kumukuha ng mga Sylvana na yan coming into M2 World Championships. Although, hindi pa nila masyado nagagamit dito sa MPL Season 7. But it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, at saka ito rin Sylvana yung naging hero ng parang pa-entry ng Bren Esports pagdating doon sa M2. Ang gusto ko atang makita dito is kung paano ngayon pag-aagawan nitong dalawang teams. Probably yung Benedetta na I think ginagamit din naman ng Nexplay. Naging meme pa nga actually yung Roger pick dito, but I think hindi lang basta-basta nagro-Roger itong Nexplay. Knowing H2O, he can actually go toe-to-toe with Carl, TZ. I think alos parehas yung galawan nitong dalawang teams na to. Both explosive side laners, tapos both explosive supports, tapos meron kang isang jungler na kayang magbuhat ng laro.
That is true, Manjin. Now, Paquito and Brody are the last bans for both teams respectively. James dito has the option to go for the Benedetta. Katulad na sinabi mo, tignan na lang natin kung gaano kataas yung priority ng Benedetta para sa next play.
Kakaiba eh, kasi yung Benedetta na nakita natin sa Bren is the Benedetta jungle last time ni Carl TZ. But next play, they opted to, they went for that Benedetta tank na ginagamit nga ni Yawi. Again, this hero is very flexible. Butters, pwede mong gamitin sa side lane, pwede mong gamitin jungle. Ang ganda ngayon ng opportunity ng next play, mang Psycho this time para sa Bren. And see, there you go. Benedetta priority para sa next play. But then again, hindi pa natin alam kung saan pupunta yan.
Grabe ka naman. Grabe ka naman.
Laban tayo dyan.
Kaiba ka naman dyan.
Laban lang tayo dyan.
Benedetta pa nga. Pero ito, Bren Esports, ang dami nilang pwede kunin dito para sa first pick. They can go for the Alice. They can go for the Johet.
Yes.
Ang daming open. Ang pinakailangan lang talaga dito is kapag pumili ka na, laban lang.
Laban lang talaga. I think pwede nang pumili nga dito yung Bren Esports ng strong side lanes. There you go. At Cho, na maganda rin yung pagiging flexible. And open Esmeralda. I like it, Butters. The Esmeralda can somehow negate the Benedetta pagdating sa mid-game, lalo-lalo na nasusoak up niya lang yung damage ng Benedetta. Depende pa rin sa item yan ng magiging heroes and yung kick mula sa Cho dito. So I think natuto na rin ang Bren. This time, baka mawala na dito yung mga experimentation type ng sinabi nga nila sa interview nila na kumukuha sila dito ng mga healers sa side lane. This time, kumuha sila ng Esmeralda na sure ball, pwedeng magbuhat ng laro. Flap TZ, remember, dinala. Almost na dinala yung laban.
Almost.
Against nung kalaban nila nung Onyx PH.
Game number 2 yun if I'm not mistaken. But right now, Nexplay, they go for an Eve and a Joe head.
Wow. I think it just goes to show na gusto ng Nexplay dito mag-pick off Butters. Ang taas ng damage output nila from early to mid-game. Isang bagay na nagugustuhan ko dito sa Eve pick ngayon, kahit yung mga pro players gustong-gusto nila, is that kapag umabot tayo ng mid-game, ang hirap makapag-push kapag may kalabang kang Eve. Dahil yung Void Blast at yung mga skills niya, pwede niyang gawin kahit nasa torre siya doon sa gitna. So talagang ang taas ng wave clear dito ng Nexplay.
I guess it's all about the range para dito kay Eve, but Bren Esports denying that Roger pick, nilagay nila sa side nila. Ngayon, ito yung sinasabi ko man Jin like, mayroon tayong mga napapansin na memes na lumabas. Mga copy pasta. Ika nga nila. Itong Roger daw ay pinilit daw ng Nexplay kagabi. Pero, hindi ko din masabi na pinilit nila kasi yung Onyx din naman, kumuha din na sa kanilang Roger pick. And at the same time, Bren Esports ngayon, pumili din na Roger.
I think ang sagot lang doon sa kaya rin siya naging meme is that LPE was really ready with the Roger and the Alice type of combination. Again, a Roger is still great. Napakasakit ng damage ng Roger kapag meron siyang orange map. I agree with Doggy on that. Tapos kapag may purple ka pa, may Lito Wanderer ka pa na nakukuha mo, 'di ba? Ang problem lang is kapag na-negate yung execution nyo, kapag na-negate yung execution nyo at hindi nakapag-burst yung Roger, ang dali niyang mapunish.
Alam mo, natatawa ko sa'yo kasi parang memorize mo yung buong script.
Memorize mo.
Memorize mo.
May Lancelot pa doon. Lancelot. May ganon. Shoutout pala kay Doggy.
Shoutout sa'yo, Dogs. Alam namin na nanonood ka ngayon. Kung nasan ka man, mabuhay ka hanggat gusto mo. Farsa and the Claude.
Wow.
Ikakatanggalan na lang talaga sila dito ng mga picks na tingin nila ay magiging efficient or mabilis mag-farm. At yung next play dito, given na binan nila yung Farsa, gusto nila maging aggressive.
Gusto talaga nila dito. Gusto nila na walang pang counter go ang side ng Bren Esports. And I like it na ito yung mga binaban din actually ng Bren. Dahil ito yung mga types ng heroes na kaya mag-survive kapag hindi sila na-burst ng Roger at kaya pa silang ma-outplay. Now going back to what you're saying, it seems like Nexplay, gusto nila na sila magdidikta ng laban. Gusto nila na sila lagi ang online. Knowing yung capabilities ni Yawi bilang isang tank, ito yung tipong gangster tank. Malatsak no to Ito yung tipong sugod ng sugod at perfect yung jawhead dyan sa lineup ngayon ng Nexplay.
Alam mo, ang inisip ko na ngayon since may jawhead na sila, baka ito na yung jungler ni H2O, yung Benedetta, no?
Pwede actually, hindi pa natin sure actually kung ito nga yung jungle kasi very flexible pa Pero pwede sa fourth pick malalaman na natin kasi nga James can also pull that off. At ito pa pala Butters nagpalit ngayon ng 5-man starting lineup ang Nexplay. This time pinasok na nila si Exort, probably one of the great mages ngayon sa liga na to. Always remember na kapag mage type yung lineup nyo, I think mas pipiliin ni Doggy na si Exort ngayon ang gagamit kasi mas master ni Exort yung positioning at yung limits ng mga mage heroes.
And especially yung hero pool din. Ito si Exort, sobrang daming ginagamit na hero na to from the Kadita, from the Kagura. Lahat ata ng mage kaya niyang gamitin.
Kaya. So ang gandang adjustment para sa next play.
Given na pasok sa meta. Now, Bren Esports, tinanggal naman nila yung hindi nila tinanggal, pero pinili nila yung Lunox dito. And ito yung 1-2 combo. Katulad nung ginawa kahapon ng Onyx. Di ba naalala mo, may Kaja tapos may Lunox. Sa kanila naman, ang version naman nila dito is a possible Cho and Lunox.
Wow, perfect pampitasan and perfect panlaban sa Jawhead. One main counters para dun sa mga like Cho, Johead na gusto na maging agresibo ay yung mga type na mga mages or tanks na kaya naman siyang labanan. Kaya siyang suntukin pabalik. At perfect yung Lunox doon. Perfect din yung Cho doon. So kailangan pa rin mag-ingat ni Yawi dito sa kanyang pag-position.
Tatandaan natin na magic penetration is the key paminsan para mag-take down ng mga brusco ng mga tanks. Next play dito, securing that YSS and the back siya. Sagot yan para syempre dito, sabihin natin mainly for Esmeralda, but it can be used against Roger as well.
Yep, napakagandang sagot dito para sa side ng Nexplay. Ang dami nilang tunnel vision ngayon dito, Butters. Execution na lang talaga. I think etong Benedetta ay pupunta nga sa side lane since nakita na natin yung YSS. Wow, interesting picks for both of the teams. I can therefore say na 50-50 pa rin ang laban. Parehas malakas sa late game. Sino ang unang makakuha ng purple? Sino mauna makakuha ng orange at makakapag-control ng turtle? I think yon ang magso-snowball. Kasi parehas snowball type ng lineup eh.
And especially with the Esmeralda pa, sabihin na lang natin dito, if ever may late game, merong insurance policy. Merong insurance etong side ng Bren Esports. So, talagang magiging mainit. At tatandaan mo yung YSS din, hindi din nagpo-fall off to basta-basta.
Hindi talaga. Actually, ang dilema ko ngayon dito para sa side ng Bren is that na-counter sila dito ng Baksha. Yung YSS ay kayang i-outmaneuver yung isang Roger kapag nag-survive to. Kapag umabot ng suntukan at hindi siya na-burst ng Wolf Pounce, hindi siya na-amoy, magdedepende talaga sa poke mechanics dito ng Bren ang nangyayaring laban, which is yun yung ginawa nila kahapon. Chane, poke, tapos kapag mamatay, boom, last hit.
And this is game number 3, ladies. Game number 1. Kanina pa pala game number 3 dun sa first series. But now, nakakasya ng konti dito, but this is game number 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Importante.
Netong next play at Bren.
Napapansin ko ngayon sa laro natin, Butters, na meron talagang heavy emphasis ngayon na yung mga tanks and yung mga mid lane, uunahan na nila itong wave clear na to for the Lito Wanderer. And interestingly, hindi binigay ng Nexplay itong Lito kay H2O. Mas binigay nila to kay Exort para makapag-farm. So with this, mauna si Exort level 3, and mukhang mas lalamang sila pagdating sa poke game na gusto sanang gawin ng Bren Esports.
Tatandaan mo, meron din mobility na nabibigay yan, pero Carl Tizzy dito, ina-aggressive ni Rene J, and looking at this, madami nagsasabi na safe daw maglaro si Rene J ngayon ng side lane, pero that's not the case, pumapasok siya.
Kaya nga siya tinatawag na bomba, Butter. So ngayon ko lang nakikita na nasa ganitong posisyon ng Bren. Usually, 1 minute in, Bren ang gumagangster. So ngayon, NXP, mukhang pinagandaan nila. Look at this.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Tama ka dun, Manjin. Lusty dito. Kamuntikan pa siyang mapatay dito ni Yawi.
But I think, still, NXP nakakuha sila ng space dito, but Bren, hindi pa rin na-delay dito si Carl Tizzy. So still, even ball game pa rin tayo. Ang problem lang, Carl Tizzy is now at level 3. Malapit na atang mag-level 5. Yes, malapit na mag-level 5 si H2O. So, sa ganitong sitwasyon, Butters, fully aware ang NXP na lamang sila. Pwede silang gumangster this time.
That is true. At kaya pa nila i-push yung bottom send. Tatandaan natin, Esmeralda isn't really the best hero para umalalay sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Pero NXP dito, talagang kinukorner nila yung Bren Esports. Bren Esports, ang gandang pwesto nila. At Flap Dizzy, ladies and gentlemen, pumasok siya dito. At ito talaga ang specialty ni Flap. Look at that, Bren Esports, they push them back.
Akala natin lamang na ang NXP doon dahil sa positioning, but wow, Flap Dizzy, nauna siya actually sa pagpunta doon sa My Turtle. And kung mapapansin mo rin yung minimap, si Ribo ay nauuna na rin laban doon sa katapat niya sa top. So, ibig sabihin nito, yes, natalo ang Bren sa jungle, pero pagdating dito sa side lane, na-outmaneuver ng Bren bigla yung NXP.
Ang nangyayari kasi, Manjin, syempre, dahil nga, ang daming rumisponde doon sa may turtle area, ang ibig sabihin lang doon, lalamang yung mga iniwan.
Totoo. At ganoon ngayon ang nangyari. Still, that's just a turtle, that's just a first blood.
Yes.
May round 2 tayo ngayon ng mga buffs ngayon. nakuha pa rin to ng NXP, pero I think this time kailangan ng mag-level 4 ng mga tanks. Kailangan na mag-level 4 ni Yawi dahil si Lusty level 4 na, for sure mauuna na to pagdating sa pick-offs. Ayan, kaka-4 lang ni Yawi.
Masyadong mainit yung dalawang team natin dito. They're making the right plays. Bren Esports, sila yung nakakuha ng first blood. Matama ka dun, Manjin. Hindi pa to. Ang pagtatapos sa lahat, Ribo, forced to use the flicker. Alis na siya dito, and Ribo, kamunti ka na siya doon, getting the shields up. Pero nakalabas siya doon sa area na yon.
So may onting report na para kay Ribo dito. Failed attempt para dito sa NXP. Unfortunately para sa kanila may flicker si Ribo that time. So may onting report para dito sa Bren. Teka, cooldown na mga skills na yan. What play are we gonna do next? Sabi nila dito, clear wave lang muna tayo. Paunahan na naman sa pwesto batters dahil ilang segundo na lang magkaka-turtle na.
Yung vision game ng NXP dito, yung crystal dito ng Exort, yung mounting shocker nandun. Ilang seconds na lang, up na ulit yung turtle. Tignan natin kung paano isi-set up ng both teams yung pwestuhan nila dito sa may area na to.
Oh my, ang ganda ng positioning ng Bren dito ha. Dalawang bush ang ginagangster nila dito, batters. To the point na kailangan magtabi-tabi ng NXP para lang makapasok. Let's see kung ano mangyayari dito sa sa Turtle Dance na ito.
And Turtle na naman, ang may hawak na naman dito is yung side ng NXP, pero hindi nila basta-basta gagawin yon. They go for the pick-off muna kay Flap, and Flap dito, tinanggal nila yung problema nila nung first turtle take.
Yes, and yun yung kailangan nila, batters. Mawala muna yung isa, and they know na kulang ang Bren dito.
And Yawi dito, nawala yung ejector. Few going head-to-head dito sa mga members ng NXP. Joyd will go down at pwestuhan na naman ang naging labang dito ng Bren Esports. Few dito, on the other hand, will go down at the hands of James. At andito na yung S-back ng NXP. Pwede pa sila lumaban dito. And Energy, ayaw i-give up etong turtle na to na basta-basta.
Oh my glove! Ang ganda na sana ng position doon ng NXP dahil napitas nila si Flap TZ sa baba. But then again, reports coming in from Bren. O, nasa baba sila lahat. Napitas nila si Flap TZ. Position tayo. Perfect patience, perfect positioning, and perfect targeting para sa Bren Esports dito, yung nagdala nung laban na yon. But still, kakabuhay lang ng jungle, batters.
Lusty dito, going for the Jit Kondo. Mananakop si Yawi dito. Yawi will go down once more. At hawak ni Cartesian na naman dito. Yung turtle buff, H2O, nakapitan ni Flap TZ. H2O will go down as well. And hindi talaga nakaharap ng break dito yung NXP. Renegade, pumasok. Electro-final blow doon sa kabilang side ng mapa. Eye for an eye, pero hindi pa rin mapipigilan yung pangalawang proc nung Wave the Dragon, makukuha pa rin yung kill.
Ang nasasabi ko lang, batters, na dadaan dito ng Bren ang laban na to sa mga little skirmishes, little mechanics na pinapanalo nila. Hindi ka pwedeng basta sumugod kung ikaw ang Baksha, ikaw ang Jawhead, dahil nga long range dito ang Lunox. Yes, namatay ngayon si Pew, pero still may kakaunting lamang ang Bren. Yes, siguro nakabawi dito ngayon ang NXP, pero still, in a while, pwedeng Bren pa rin ang Tempo Makers. Bakit? Kung titignan mo yung items, si Carl TZ ay lamang na din, and lamang na rin siya sa levels. Look at that, Carl TZ, of course, with this Roger 3-7, 3-3 lang si H2O. Nabawi ni Carl TZ dahil dito sa movements ng mga supports niya.
At kung napapasin nyo dito, ang unang pupuntahan ni Yison Shin is going to be the Blade of Despair. Habang si Roger naman dito, kukunin niya yung Endless Battle.
Yes, and actually, ayun na yung power spike ngayon ni Carl TZ at pwede na siyang sumama. Wow, Butters, magaganda yung nagiging movements ng NXP, but then again, na-outsmart sila, na-outwit sila. Yung akala ng NXP na napitas na natin si Flap, biglang may formation yung Bren. Para bang laging may plan 2 itong Bren Esports kapag nabibait nila yung NXP doon sa mga akala ng NXP na napipitas nila.
Yung Bren sobrang confident gumalaw eh. Yung NXP, nasa kanila yung pwesto, pero paminsan nawawalan sila ng confidence to push through.
Yes, definitely. Parang nawawala yung follow-up bigla dahil nga dito sa kits ng Lapu-Lapu, sa kits ng Esmeralda, at syempre ng Lunox. Ang hirap din kasi na ang magiging ang tank mo, Jawhead, tapos si James kasi problema pa sa damage output nitong Lunox. So yung follow-up, bumabagal.
Oo, Injawi dito, nahanap si Cartesi. And eto na ang hinahanap nila sa anong pick-off. They will get it. Renegade will get the kill. Last dito with the Wave of the Dragon. Tingnan natin kung paano nila masasalpa dito si H2O. H2O, will he get away? Yes, he will. Lusty on the other hand, mababa na yung buhay niya. Yawi, humahanap na magandang target pero titigil na nila yung laban doon.
At sa wakas, nakuha yon ng NXP. Si Carl TZ talaga ang best move nila. Pero look at the movements of Bren, pare. After nila matalo sa fight na yon, saan pumunta kagad sina Flap? Nag-clear sila kagad sa baba. And then tsaka sila nakipag-clash.
Okay. At nakuha ng NXP ang turtle dito, ladies and gentlemen. Pero napunta kay James.
Napunta kay James, yes, napunta sa NXP, pero sobrang commendable para sa akin yung ginawa ng Brendon. Napitas si Carl TZ, pero Ribo and Flap nag-command agad. Shove nyo yung bottom lane. Para kapag nag-clash, babalik ang NXP dyan. Para hindi makapag-push yung NXP. Ito yung sinasabi nating mga maliliit na bagay, batters, na doon lumalamang ang Bren. Map awareness and macro plays.
This is very interesting. As you can see the gold graph right now, ladies and gentlemen, talagang papunta sa side ng Bren. Ngayon, nag-equalize siya kahit papano in terms of XP din. Ganun din yung nangyayari. Laging Bren. Pero na-equalize na ngayon ng NXP and that is very interesting, Manjin.
Dahil nga doon sa mga pitas movements nila. But the problem here is for NXP, after nila makapitas, what is the next push? Ang nangyayari dito, pipitas sila pero kailangan ng 4 na tao, kailangan ng 3 na tao to the point na nasisplit sila. Ngayon, tignan natin kung mapipitas nila si Few.
Order Brilliance patakbo. Few naipit pa rin sa chessboard, mga kaibigan ni Eve. Exhort dito, making the plays. Rebo on the other hand, 1v1 with a great one. Rene J dito goes down. Yawi nandito sa may area and nahuli si Carl TZ. Carl TZ, wala siyang backup, pero wala rin naman backup dito si Yawi and Exhort at the wrong place, at the wrong time, Manjin.
Oh my glove! Nagmumukhang maganda dito yung mga pick-offs ng NXP. Pero kung titignan mo yung minimap, batters, laging nakashove papunta sa side ng Bren. And yung Bren, meron silang mga calls na, cooldown na yan, sugod tayo. Wala silang paki kahit mamatay sila, basta't makuha nila yung buong mapa. Goods na goods sila. Ni isang damage, hindi pa nakikiliti yung tore ng Bren Esports.
So, ang ibig sabihin mo dito, Manjin, in terms of clash, skirmish, kaya lumaban ng NXP.
Totoo, kaya.
Kaso, ang nagiging problema, yung maliliit na bagay na hindi napapansin ng NXP, yun yung nagpapalamang sa Bren.
Yun talaga. For example, yung baba, yes, onting damage pa lang yan. Ibig sabihin, onting turret gold pa lang yung nakukuha nyo. Look at this, even Plap going here. Ito yung macro na sinasabi natin na dito malakas ang Bren Esports. They're looking at the cooldowns, they're looking at everything dito sa laban na to. Maging yung execute ni Rene J ay tinitignan nila to the point na pipilitin nila yung laban, mag-debate lang sila, batters.
Carl TZ dito, gustong-gusto niya talaga i-take down dito si James, but James just way too tanky at this point. At papasok sila, gusto talaga nila, Mountain Shocker, mahabagpapigil sa kanila. Pero doon naman sa may baba, si Yawi dito, talagang pinipilit nila huliin si Flap. And kung sino pa yung gumang, sila pa yung nagkaroon ng problema.
Sila pa talaga. Look at this, another gank ata. And wow!
Lusty dito with that flicker play. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, H2O na naman yung pinaka-nagiging target nila. Tinatanggal talaga nila lagi agad si H2O. Carl TZ matutumba din. Rebo na naman ang target ni Rene J dito. And Rene J will take down that hero, and Flap TZ just trying to run away. Dalawa na rin nabubuhay dito para sa side ng Bren Esports, pero ipipilit ba talaga nila si Flap?
Yeah, I think kailangan nabulin to ni James para ma-withstand nila dito yung push ng Bren. I like the aggressiveness dito ng Bren, even though sinugod na nila hanggang second tower. But then again, in terms of the fight, in terms of the composition, batters, hindi talaga basta-basta pwedeng sumugod si Yawi kapag may dalawang nakaharap sa kanya dahil nga kaya siyang patumbahin ng damage ng Bren Esports. Unfortunately for Bren, masyado silang nag-overstay doon sa fight na yon. But then again, sila pa rin nagdidikta ng laban. NXP, I think kailangan nila maging patient ngayon.
And that instant replay was brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94, available starting March 26 in Oppo Concept Stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms.
Gusto ko lang i-emphasize dito yung Enchanted Talisman, tapos Durance dito ni Few. Talagang gustong counterin tong Baksha, gustong counterin itong Jawhead, na if ever haharap sila, fine. Sige, counter nyo yung Esmeralda namin. But we're good. Kayang-kaya namin kayong i-damage. Humarap kayo. But this time, si Lusty ata ang humarap.
Lusty dito going down. H2O dito gets his first kill after a while. 2-4-5 na siya dito. And this is sabihin natin, a window or a space para sa side dito ng NXP na kahit pa paano makahinga ng onte.
Mukhang nakakahinga na sila dito, Butters, kasi mathematically speaking, kaya din talaga nila yung late game. They can definitely, again, nabanggit natin, they can definitely take team fights. Mataas ang kanilang mechanical prowess. But again, yung problem kanina is nalulugi sila sa map control. Na-realize na nila yun ngayon.
Ano yung ginamit mo na mat doon?
Ha? Ano yun?
Mamaya,
Math with science.
Math with science. Mamaya pag-usapan yung Curl TC gets picked off. And look at this, NXP. They really just want to fight. But Rebo with the plays going for the Eve. At Rebo dito, last man standing. Kaya mo siya alalayan ni Flap. Flap is here. Lapu-lapu, ladies and gentlemen. Lumalaban pa rin siya. H2O will just try to get away. Renegade is here. And they will try to go for the execute. Pero James dito still alive. Flap dito tumumba. Lusty dito. Try to get away with Jeet Kune Do with a Shunpo. Pero sabi ni Lusty dito, tama na. Ako na lang yung isang nabubuhay dito. NXP. Nasa kanila na ang Lord Take ngayon.
Nasa kanila na rin ang kalamangan, pare. Bren Esports, hindi nila natapos kagad yung laban at the early stages of the game. Nag-isa-isa pa sila. Remember na wala laging malakas sa marami. This was so unfortunate and I think miscom na to para sa Bren Esports. Nalito na sila whether they're gonna defend or lalaban ba sila dito. Yung lineup dito ng NXP is really made for 5-on-5 Royal Rumbles, Butters.
Ang lakas sila manghuli.
Oo.
Ang lakas sila manghuli kasi meron silang Johead at James at Baksha. But that instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Available starting March 26 in Oppo Concept Stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms.
At umaabot na rin kasi tayo sa ultra late game, pare. And yung ultra late game kasi dito ng NXP, hirap na hirap ngayon ang Bren kay Exort. Exort with the Eve. Kung titignan mo yung items niya, Butters, na kompleto niya na yung triple wand. The Genius Wand, the Ice Queen Wand, at saka yung Glowing Wand.
Lahat ng wand.
Lahat ng wand.
Wand vision.
Wand vision.
Wand vision.
Oo. So, men, sobrang kati niyan. Hindi mo na pwedeng makamot yan. Pag kinamot mo yan, masusugat ka.
Pero ito, nasusugatan na ang Bren. NXP dito, going for the push. Yung Lord nandito. NXP, they will take one game against Bren Esports.
Isang mabilis, Butters. Walang nakukuha yung NXP kanina ng mga towers, pero dahil dito sa pagiging over-aggressive ng Bren, dahil dito sa pag-overstay ng Bren, na-punish na naman nila. It's like day one para sa NXP and commendable performance for the team. I could therefore say na kapag umabot late game, ang sakit talaga ng damage nila. Like for example, yung Eve, tapos yung Vision Shin.
This winning moment na nakikita nyo, nag-enjoy sila ngayon, is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94, available starting March 26 in Oppo Concept Stores, retail partners, and e-com platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, tignan nyo yung NXP, Nexplay Esports. Nag-enjoy sila ngayon.
Men, I think this is the first time na nakakuha ng puntos ang NXP sa Bren. And Butters, mind you, tuwing Sunday, isang beses lang maglalaban ng mga teams. So ngayon, kung sino manalo sa series na to, walang bawi.
And tignan natin kung paano maayos to ng Bren Esports pagdating nila ng game number 2. But speaking of analysis dito sa games, tingin ko oras na para ipasa natin to sa ating resident analyst, Midnight. What are your thoughts about the game? Bakit nga ba nanalo doon ang Nexplay Esports?
Thank you so much, casters. Finally, nakita natin ang Roger counter ng Nexplay Esports, even taking down the world champions. Once again, this is the Analyst Desk. My name is Midnight, and nahatid natin dito sa inyo yung mga dahilan bakit nanalo ang Nexplay Esports against Bren Esports. Now, these following post-game stats are brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game grade with Smart, free games for all. Key heroes to look out for the side ng NXP. Nung nakita natin yung Roger pick ng Bren Esports, the following picks were the Baksha and the YSS. H2O and James, they really did a lot on this game. And si James pa nga yung MVP. Now, why does this work? Number one is Baksha is good against Roger because it destroys teamfight boxes. Ito yung hero na mai-invade yung teritoryo nyo, no? And in turn, it allows for more plays on his teammates. H2O, siya yung tagabigay ng vision dito with the Mountain Shocker, and si Renegade can just cut the backline and try to assassinate Carteezy. There were multiple times na nahuli si Carteezy dito, no, out of position. That is because of the nature of lineup ng NXP. Dahil nga sa mga sinabi natin kanina, the vision and the box destroyer, which is the Basha in turn, help them secure kills on the side of Bren Esports. I really love the itemization of James dito on the Basha, no. After going for the cursed helmet, he went for the antique Kiras, Dominance Ice, and then Athena Shield. Napakaganda nung item progression niya rito, no? This allows literally tankiness for the Basha para ma-counter talaga yung Roger, yung teamfight aspect ng Bren Esports, which was just perfect for the side of Nexplay Esports. Once again, these stats are brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. And again, finally, nakita na natin yung matagal nang sinasabi ng Nexplay Esports na counter against the Roger. It was just the YSS and na Basha, pero syempre, dagdag na rin natin dyan yung itemization. Now, the next thing that we are gonna be looking for is the gameplay itself, no? So these highlights are brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL, free to game great with Smart, free games for all. Dito natin makikita kung paano ba binasag na Nexplay Esports ang Bren Esports with their Roger pick. Pero first of all, bago natin pag-usapan yon, I'd really like to highlight this play from Flaptz. When they were contesting the turtle objective of Nexplay Esports, look at this side of the map, no? Sana nakikita nyo, no, itong mapa na to. May minion wave pang natira si Flaptz sa may bottom lane. Pero this is where Bren really excels at. They really love fighting around turtles, especially when it's on the side of Flaptz. This actually allows Bren Esports to win the upcoming fight kasi hindi pa rin naman talaga fully capable ang Nexplay Esports, and having a Lapu-Lapu and Roger on your side, it really does tell that Bren Esports should win in the succeeding fights. And ito yung movement na madalas ginagawa ng Bren Esports. Whenever they're on the side of Flaptz, kapag nandun yung turtle, they always rotate towards that objective. And napakaganda lang na example nun kasi willing iwan si Flaptz. Willing si Flaptz iwan yung minion wave para sumama sa clashes ng Bren Esports. After that, Bren Esports continuously took objectives against Nexplay Esports, but what made the game really hard for them is the presence of the Basha and the YSS. The very nature of this lineup is that it stops objective from happening. Bakit? Again, really good at invading the boxes is the Basha, and H2O can just provide the vision. Ngayon makikita natin 9 minutes in, medyo pantay yung game natin, no? Mababa yung gold lead ng Bren and pantay din yung kill score. Pero look at this. Look at this team fight from Nexplay Esports. They have controlled territory of what is happening on the map. Bren Esports, napakahirap lumaban sa ganitong klaseng engagement. When you're trying to invade the enemy box or yung kanilang space, meron ka bang poproblemahin na Eve. So overall, the solution from Nexplay Esports worked wonderful for them kasi mas solidified yung idea ng teamfight nila against Bren Esports. Of course, Bren Esports hindi naman sila nagpahuli. There were still some moments of brilliances on their side. Specifically on this clash, no? Nahuli nila si H2O kahit nahuli si Carteezy on the backlines. But we have to remember, sino ba ang late game lineup dito? If you look at the heroes of NXP, there is a YSS, a hero that outputs so much damage in the later parts of the game. Dagdag pa natin dyan itong hero na to. Yan, dagdag pa natin dyan si Eve. It is a huge teamfight monster. It provides a lot of things. Damage, control, and the slows, which is Bren Esports, they're really weak at. Again, these heroes on the side of Bren Esports, they rely heavily on positioning and mobility, specifically the Roger and the Lapu-Lapu. So pagdating ng late game, naturally mararamdaman ng Bren Esports parang napakahirap labanan ng heroes ng Nexplay Esports is because of the fact that the nature of the heroes on the side of NXP is just better pagdating sa late game against Bren Esports, and that is why the MVP of our game is James. Once again, this is brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Break through your own limits, rise above, and be free to game great with free games for all. James on this Basha, KDA of 515, net worth of 9,899, damage dealt 37,144 on a Basha, mind you. Objective damage of 306, of course, that's to be expected. Kill participation of 63%. I'm pretty sure, nung nakita nyo yung post-game stats kanina, nakita nyo rin kung gaano kadaming damage yung tinangke ni Basha, o ni James on this Basha. That's the reason why NXP was able to take the game away from Bren Esports. Excited ako sa game number 2. I'm pretty sure na yung Roger ay mako-contest pa rin on this next game. Pero the question is, sino ba ang mananalo? Casters, ano sa tingin nyo?
Amazing performance from Nexplay Esports ngayong game number 1. But we will move on dito sa game number 2. Welcome back to the Casters Desk. Ako si Butters, kasama ko si Manjin. At kami, ang inyong laban casters. Manjin! Ano nga ba yung nilaban lang doon ng Nexplay Esports? At bakit ba nila nakuha yung panalo?
Literal na nilaban lang ng Nexplay Esports dito yung late game na gusto nila. The back siya, again, may encounter sa Esmeralda. And Bren, overextending every time. Masyado nilang hindi kinalculate ngayon yung damage output ni Exort. Pati yung poison nung back siya na ito ni James. Yes, NXP, they were losing the early game. It was all Bren. But again, nawala ng patience yung Bren Esports dito. Exort with the real-world manipulation. May mga Void Blast pa. Everything else, AoE damage. To the point na ubos isa-isa ang Bren Esports. And with that, late game, lahat may items. Boom! NXP.
And guys, we will be heading to the draft. Pero kailangan mo natin malaman syempre kung sino yung gagawa ng smart choices dito. Next na ang drafting natin, brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all.
Gusto ko yung naging adjustment dito ng NXP with their playstyle. Nakita natin na may mga sinasacrifice silang lanes. Pero kasi yung type ng laruan ng NXP, ito yung risky type ng laruan eh. Ito yung mga, high risk, high reward na laruan. Like for example, yung minute 1 na pumasok si Renny J doon sa may purple. High risk, high reward yun, men eh. Kapag nakuha nila yun, ang laki ng kalamangan nila. Kung hindi, may part na pwede matatalo sila. But then again, they're a type of team na willing sumugal.
Gusto ko lang sabihin, guys, ito Matic, legit to. Si Renny J, grabe yung effort dun sa game na yun.
Totoo.
Kung paano niya kinontrol, sinubukan, tulungan yung mga teammates niya para makontrol yung ibang lane, na meron din siyang iniisip na kukontrolin niya yung lane niya.
Oo.
Grabe yung effort ni Renny J doon. Makikita mo doon na puso talaga ng bata nandun.
It was a full team performance para dito sa side ng Nexplay. And Butters, eto na, kabahan ka na dahil I think sumasabog na ngayon ang social media. Game 1 pa lang.
Pero expected na din naman natin to, kahit anong mangyari, talaga sasabog. Pero for Nexplay fans, seryoso, nagbubunyi sila ngayon. Bren Esports fans, nakakali nila ulit yung Bren Esports. Bawi
talaga. I think it's the first time na nakikita natin uli ang Bren sa ganitong sitwasyon. So ang tanong, kung ikaw ay Bren fan, kailangan tong extend sa Game 3. But looking at it, Butters, Nexplay at the bans, they are now respecting the Benedetta. In-eliminate na nila to ngayon. Ngayon, pwede nilang ulit kunin yung Alice na best pick nila ngayon para kay James na MVP kanina. And may possibility din na pwede rin sila mag-Roger or baka mag-Gishon Shin.
Alam mo, itong Nexplay, nakita din nila yung ginagawa kahapon ng Bren eh. Ang sabi nila, nagbe-Benedetta jungler sila. So since hindi tayo first pick, respetuhin natin, tanggalin natin kasi magiging problema din yan para sa atin. Nexplay dito, I do agree, Alice is one of the picks na tinitingnan nila dito. And tignan lang natin kung may Cho ba na pipiliin na dito yung Nexplay. Johead is banned, so a Cho tank is good.
Cho tank nga talaga, mas okay dito. Which is, ito yung maganda ngayon sa Nexplay eh. Si Renny J, kaya na mag-flex ng kahit anong hero. May time pa nga na nagpa-far sa side lane siya. Yes, gold lane siya. Pero nakakatakot pa rin kapag binigay mo sa kanya itong favorite hero niya, which is ang Cho.
And di pa natin sure dito kung Renny J to or Yawi Cho to. Kasi pwede din naman gawing support ni Exert tong Sylvana eh.
Totoo. So ang ganda ng pagiging flexible ngayon ng lineup ng Nexplay Esports para sa kanilang first 2 picks. May part na pwedeng malito ang Bren. Let's see, dahil Bren Esports picking the Claude early, which is actually magiging dilemma ngayon dito ni Carl TZ kung siya ang Claude. Una ay hindi ganun kabilis yung magiging farm nila. And meron siyang Way of the Dragon na poproblemahin at saka meron siyang Imperial Justice na poproblemahin dahil magre-retribution type siya.
And dito, Nexplay, I think this is the time para kuhaan na din nila ng hero dito si H2O. Given na napili na ng Bren sa kanila, automatic yung dalawang pick na yan, yung dalawang ban na yan sa side nila, itututok nila kay H2O yan.
Totoo, pero sabi nila, sige, banan nyo muna si H2O.
Oh, sige.
Piliin muna natin ang Eve ni Exort with the 3-1 setup na nakakatakot talaga, Butters. Probably one of the greatest S-tier supports. Mid lane pala right now dahil sa kanyang kit. Besides the fact na may damage output siya, kayang-kaya niya kasing mag-vision kapag ginamitan niya ng Void Blast yung mga bushes eh. May part na kapag may natamaan doon, di kita na namin kung nasan ka. Ang layo nun eh.
Tatandaan mo man, Jin, hindi ka naman mali sa pag sinabi mong S-tier. Kasi tatandaan mo, yung mga mid-tier heroes, sa tamang kamay, naging S-tier din sila.
Totoo. So ngayon, Exort, again, one of the great mages ngayon sa atin laro. Let's see kung ano magiging last few bans ng dalawang teams dito, Butters. Tama ka, H2O na main target dito ng Bren. But again, may Lancelot open pa. And may Yishun Shin pa na open dito. Which is, I think, Yishun Shin, sobrang gana kapag may Sylvana at saka may Eve.
Basing sa performance ni H2O dun sa game number 1, I don't think Bren Esports will be that scared. Kasi nga, hindi nga naging maganda yung early game niya. Nakabawi siya nung bandang patapos na yung mid-game eh. So, tingnan natin kung papalusutin ba ulit ng Bren Esports yan or tatanggalin ba nila. And that's going to be a Yuzhong ban para din sa side ng Nexplay. Ayaw nilang magamitin sila ng Yuzhong. And ang iniisip nila dito is tank tong back siya or tank tong Pakito.
Pwede, no? Either of the two. Kasi pwedeng mag-back siya side lane dito ang Bren. Na I think mas gusto nila kay Flap TZ para makuha mo kaagad yung early level 4 or probably magka-item ka kaagad. And yes, tama ka, Butters. Bibigay nila yung Yishun Shin dito, wag lang Lancelot. But then again, yung vision kasi na pinoprovide kanina ng Nexplay din yung nagdadala dito para makasagot sila sa magiging aggressive ng Bren. So ngayon, tinitignan natin ano ang fourth pick ng Nexplay. Pwedeng hero pa actually to ni James.
Yeah, pwedeng hero ni
Pwedeng
James.
mag-a-adjust na lang si H2O sa magiging last 2 picks ng Bren. Hero nga ni James. Or pwedeng hero ni Renny J.
I'm not so sure about picking an Esmeralda sa tapat ng isang back siya. Kasi alam natin to, Manjin. Pero still, kung kay Nexplay ang confidence para gawin to, sa kanila yung confidence, Bren Esports really happy with that, I think, na nangyari yon. And now, kailangan nilang i-focus yung attention nila dito papunta sa side netong Esmeralda pick na to. Kailangan nila ng pangbawas dito. Bren, feeling ko mapipilitan sila gumamit ng Lunox dito.
Yeah, pwedeng kang pumili ng hero na ni Few dito since wala yung Farsa. Who knows, may part pa nga sa akin na pwedeng hindi Lunox. Baka nga mag-champ.
Pwede.
Siguro dito, si Bren Esports para dito sa Eve. Pero Kagura, I think this is better para dito sa side ng Bren Esports na gumaganda ngayon yung record ng Kagura sa mga rank games at pagdating dito sa ating game, which is actually magandang pangkat sa Eve.
And this is going to be interesting para sa side ng Bren Esports. Hindi rin ganoon kadali mag-Lunox dito para sa side ng Bren kasi nga merong Eve din na kailangan i-consider. So I think ang pinaka well-rounded na pick para sa kanila dito at this point is going to be the Kagura.
The Kagura kasi kailangan nila ng setup at kailangan nila ng burst damage. Wala silang ibang pang set dito. Yung Pakito lang tapos single target pa. But it's back. Butters, here we go. Ang pagbabalik. Paano mo nga ba mauhuli ang isang hero na lumilipad-lipad ng mabilis? Kailangan mo ng instant lockdown. At nako po, mapipressure ata ang Bren dito dahil sa Ling.
There is this thing about the Ling na sabihin na lang natin hindi na siya kasing lakas ng dating previous patches niya. Pero ngayon next day, susubukan nila paganahin to. Tatandaan natin na before mawala yung Ling, meron siyang build na tinatawag yung Demon Hunter Sword first para dun sa mga makukunat na kalaban niya sa kabilang side. So ibig sabihin, there's this thing na pumapasok sa utak ko, Demon Hunter Sword ba ang unahin niya?
I think tatry itong pagganahin ng Nexplay dahil nga meron tayong buff sa Lito Wanderer. Ang magiging pressure lang is kailangan nila ding makuha yung purple. So alam yon ng side ng Bren Esports. Pwedeng yon yung gawin dito ni H2O. Yung yun kagad yung build niya para ma-counter din itong mga heavy tanks ng side ng Bren. Parehas malupit sa late game, Butters, and I think another 50-50 game It will all depend sa pagiging aggressive nitong dalawang koponan.
Bren Esports on the verge of losing their second series dito sa ating week number 1. Hindi nila hahayaan basta-basta yan. I do believe that Bren Esports may pipigain at may pipigain sila dito kapag kakailangan nila. Pero Nexplay Esports, ang maganda naman sa kanila, sinosurpresa nila tayo ngayon.
Yeah, ang pinaka gusto kong adjustment dito sa Bren is the Kagura pick na in-adjust nila. Kasi kahit papano may way ka to move in and out. Tapos kaya mong kaya mong ma-burst down yung Eve na naging dilema nila kanina. Na pagpapasok sila, bigla silang nasa stun. At least this time, merong Wushu Umbrella Flea, yung Kagura, pwede itong makawala. And perfect to kay Few.
Okay, so Mobile Heroes, Mobile Legends eh.
Mobile Legends
Kailangan,
eh.
Mobile Legends eh. Kaya nga Mobile Legends, hindi naman Mobile Heroes. And still, here's what it is. Nagulat ang lahat. Sumabog ang social media. Nag-check ka na ba ng social media
Hindi
mo?
pa, lobat ako.
Lobat ka? Okay. Pero alam mo, ito lang yung sinasabi natin dyan. Kahit anong mangyari dito sa larong to, sa series na to, Bren man manalo, NXP man manalo, laging sasabog ang social media.
Mainit.
Mainit ang social media. So, keep those thoughts coming and please do use yung hashtag #BeLegendary para nakikita namin yan.
Para nababasa natin.
Para nababasa natin yan.
Wow, early flame shot mula kay Few.
Pero nakikita mo naman talaga dito, si Lasty talagang tinutusok siya ni Yawi dito nung second skill at talagang ayaw magpatinag ni Lasty. Talagang alam niya na kailangan niyang pigilan itong pag-take ng purple buff ni H2O.
And actually, favorite spot to ng Bren Esports. Nakita mo kagad kaya nag-flame shot doon si Few para at least nag-hope sana siya doon na ang tatamaan ay si H2O para ma-delay lang ng onte. Pero I think this time magiging patient ang Bren. Bakit? Kasi Claude to eh. So kailangan pa nila ng Demon Hunter Sword. Same with H2O. Pero oh no!
Oh no! Nagkaroon ng extra seconds dito si Cartizzi dahil nag-reset yung buhay ng onte ng purple.
Masyado atang nakatingin na si Cartizzi sa ibang part ng mapa. But then again, patient movements muna sa dalawang teams na to, Butters. Both teams aiming to get pick-offs ng bahagya dito sa ating laban. Pero ako interested ako dito sa Uranus and Cho matchup. Para bang para bang around Season 4, Season 5 yung nakikita natin.
As long as hindi mabilis mag-pull ng trigger dito si Rene J sa mga skills niya, makakatakas siya.
Totoo. Kayang-kaya naman din ng isang Cho, ang isang Uranus pag early stages. Pero kapag late game, nako, hindi na mapapatay kagad. So Butters, magse-second wave na ngayon ng minions. And I think, again, both of the teams patiently waiting for someone to go in. And paunahan lang muna tayo sa positioning pagdating sa turtle.
And ito, yung turtle, yung pinaka-importante sa kanila. Nakikita mo si Rene J kung paano siya bumaba dun sa may mid lane. Talagang alam nila na merong converge na mangyayari dito sa may gitna. Ito sa may turtle side. Kasi sa totoo lang, ngayon, ang nangyayari is pagandahan ng pwesto doon sa may jungle.
Pagandahan talaga, Butters. And actually, iniisip ko na nga anong mangyayari dito sa late game. Mataas ang burst dito ng NXP. Like that, nako, yung setup mula kay Exort talaga.
Lasty dito, paying the price. H2O, wala siya dun sa area para i-take na agad yung turtle. Pero ang ginagawa lang nila dito is alam naman nila na may na-takedown na sila din sa side ng Bren, so hindi na nila kailangan masyado magmadali.
Hindi ka talaga pwede rin magpatama doon sa real-world manipulation. Kapag napadaan ka talaga doon, mas mabagal ka pa sa pagong.
Oh, real na real. Pero ito, real na real. Gumamit na rin dito ng ultimate si H2O, Tempest of Blades to push back people. Pero ito si Cartizzi, kinukulit ni Rene J! And H2O with the assist!
Wow! Rene J and H2O on that play, knowing nandoon sa turtle side ang Bren Esports, na timingan ni Rene J dito yung turtle, and ito nga yung magiging dilema ng Claude. Wala siyang purify, pang counter sa World of the Dragon.
Nahuli si Flap! Oh my goodness! Another pick-off para sa side ng NXP!
Whoa!
And Few! Siya ang susunod! James dito with the Falling Star Moon. Wow, NXP! Ginugulat ang lahat.
Tuloy-tuloy dito ang burst damage ng NXP. Butters, nabanggit natin to kanina. Slows from the Eve ni Exort. Stun mula kay Yawi. Stun para kay Rene J. Dalawa ang napilitang mag-purify dito sa Bren Esports. But the problem is, nahuhuli sila, nasyusyutan sila. Ang kailangan na lang ng NXP ngayon, makonvert yung mga pitas nila into objectives. Makapag-push ng turrets or makakuha ng turtle.
Tatandaan mo, Manjin, ang pinaka-trend ng Ling dati is makakuha ng early kills. Nagawa yun ni Ling dito. Ngayon, anong kailangan gawin ng Bren? Looking at Bren's side, hindi naman nila kailangan masyadong maging worried kasi nga meron silang Claude. Claude yung pwede mag-pop off dito at anytime ng mid-game para isalba sila pabalik.
Kaso I think Butters ay nagiging trend this time sa ating laro. Para bang hindi gana na ngayon ang mga solo lang na type ng carries. Which is kung papansinin mo, isa lang ang main damage output ng Bren. Sa NXP ilan? Si Renny J, si Exort, si James at saka si H2O. 4 ang kayang dumamage. Depende pa rin yan. Actually, baka pwedeng 5 kung mag-damage type si Yawi.
Tama ka dyan, Manjin, and NXP ngayon well on their way to just getting this second turtle. Pero syempre, hindi papayag ang Bren ng ganung kadali. Nakapwesto din sila dito sa baba. Ay, sa taas.
Yep, paunahan na to sa pwesto. And actually, dito mo makokomend ang Bren. They know how to juggle the macro of the map. But NXP, kailangan tong respetuhin ng Bren ngayon. Hindi sila pwedeng gumangster. Dahil laging 4, laging 2 ang NXP. Full farmed si H2O dito. Never siyang na-delay, so pwede siyang pumasok anytime.
Rebo dito, wala siyang purify. Ginamit yon ng NXP sa kanilang advantage. H2. Look at the damage dito kay Lusty. Napakataas. And Rene J din dito. Nag-aabang na siya dito sa mga brush. May turtle take na mangyayari dito, Manjin. Pero ang tanong, lalabanan ba nila Curtis ito?
Kailangan ata lumaban, i-contesto ng Bren dahil kung hindi, daming mawawala. Sinipa ngayon dito si Few. Pero Butters, gusto ko lang emphasize dito ha. Look at Exort. 3-0-1. Yung setup na ginagawa ni Exort dito ay nagiging key to victory ng NXP.
That was a great move coming up from Bren Esports. That could be the start ng mga pick-off na hinahanap nila. Pero sabi ni James dito, hindi yon Kuya Butters. Hindi yon Kuya Manjin. Andito na kami. Titake down na namin to si View. And that is going to be one more kill. Going to the side of James. James dito, yung pinaka-target nila last stick. Cartesi, gusto talaga nila i-dive. Si Flap din dito, gusto rin pumasok. Kaso hindi talaga kinakaya yung mga tower dives ngayon.
Hindi kinakaya dahil nga sa extra damage output na meron yung update natin. Kung dati kaya mo yung 4 na hits ng Torre, ngayon 3 na lang dahil pinalakas. And kailangan na ata maging worrisome dito ng Bren Esports. Kasi again, nauunahan sila sa pwesto at nauunahan sila sa items. Si James, maaga niya nabuo yung Enchanted Talisman. Si H2O, buo niya na yung Demon Hunter Sword. And Exort, sobrang outstanding nitong kanyang E-plays. Para pa siyang, para siyang Parse. Ganun kabilis eh.
Iba yung pakiramdam ng Yawi Exort combo eh, no?
Iba. Iba talaga eh. Kasi may setup ka from the Imperial Justice. Tsaka ang nagiging dilema, hindi niya nga hinihintay yung Imperial Justice eh, si Exort. Inuunahan niya.
Now, Bren Esports, there are a lot of ways to stall the game naman. At least for Bren dito, ang magandang balita para sa kanila is hindi pa sila natutumbahan ng mga turrets.
Hindi pa nga.
Kompleto pa yung mga turrets nila, and as long as ganyan, merong space sa jungle na mag-farm si Claude.
Pero nakita mo yon Butters, I think ang ganda ng sobrang poke doon ni Exort onto Lusty na nagkaroon ng burn damage. At kailangan nila mahuli siya ngayon. For the first time, nakuha nila si Exort.
And eto na si H2O with the Tempest of Blades. Rene J nandun sa may pinakalikod. Tingnan natin kung sino subukan niya hulihin. It's going to be Cartesi. Mahuhuli siya ng Imperial Justice. Mahuhuli siya ng Jeet Kune Do. Paano ka lalaban sa ganong senaryo?
Hindi ka makakawala without any purifies. Without the time journey, since walang digi dito. Lockdowns after lockdowns from NXP. Men, nanggigil yung Bren kay Exort. Yun yung main dilemma nila. Nung napitas na nila dito yung Eve, tsaka naman sumugod yung NXP dahil cooldown na yung mga skills ng Bren.
Men, pareho lang din tayong dalawa, namamangha tayo sa nangyayari dito ngayon.
Totoo.
Sinusurpresa tayo ng NXP sa ginagawa nila. Bren Esports, parang laging one step ahead ang NXP sa ginagawa ng Bren.
Umabot na sa point na may items na ang NXP, and again, itong mga players ng NXP ay napakalakas kapag late game na, mataas ang kanilang mechanical prowess. Exort now also with the Ice Queen wand. So ibig sabihin dito, kaibigang Butters, is that mas napapadali dito yung pick-off capability ng NXP.
And Cartesi dito, getting caught in the middle. Lusty Si Xavier dito si Carl. At least Carl, meron siyang BMI para makatakas.
Kailangan na lang mag-ingat dito ng NXP doon sa mga overextensions dahil nga still si Claude pa rin to. May damage pa rin to pag dumating ng late game. But then again, si Carl TZ na-delay pa ng onte. So baka maghintay pa tayo ng 3 minutes. Ang mahirap dito, pag nawala si Carl TZ, pwedeng malugi ang Bren. So dapat maprotektahan nila to ng tama, pero marami pwede pumasok sa kanya.
And Yawi dito getting caught out, and ito na ang inaabangan ng Bren Esports. If you're a Bren Esports fan, nagiging online na si Carl TZ at mukhang ito na ang pagbangon ng api.
Pagbangon ng api, parang ganyan. Oh no!
And pumasok siya mag-isa doon. And Bren Esports, hinahanap nila yung sarili nila ngayon sa isang pwestong hindi nila gusto. Lost dito will go down. H2, wow, the killer instinct. Kaya bang niya i-take down tong mga taong to? Andun yung Crystal, nandun yung Slow. It will be enough to take down yung mga tao sa Bren. At andito pa si Rene J.
Oh no! Bren Esports! Pumasok si Carl TZ without Purify. Na-stun ni James. At yun na yun, pare, walang malakas sa marami. And Exort, perfect positioning once again. Dito sa Eve na to, masyadong maraming crowd control ang NXP para pumasok, Butters.
Ribo! Nakapapurify siya doon sa Imperial Justice pero hindi pa rin niya kakayanin yung full 5-man damage na meron dito ang NXP.
Hindi talaga. 34K laban sa 26K, Butters. Ngayon pa lang nabuo yung Golden Staff. Sa ganitong sitwasyon, kahit sino sa side ng NXP, kaya nang mag-initiate. Ang magiging dilema ng Bren dito, hindi pwedeng maging agresibo bigla si Carl TZ. Kailangan niya mag-play safe. Kasi kahit sino, kaya siyang patumbahin ngayon.
Rene J dito ang main target ng side ng NXP. Na-shoot po niya yung bunggo. Pero sabi ni Rene J, kukunin ko na lang yung kill dito kay Carl. Pero hindi niya maaabutan. Tutumba dito si Few sa may kabilang side. And that is going to be another team fight. Yawi dito, nagkahulihan. Exort, napakaganda lagi ng pwesto. Genius 1, nakuha niya na. And this might be it. The last man standing para sa side ng Bren is si Ribo.
Si Ribo na lang. Doc Ribo, ano pa ang pwede mong magawa? NXP with the burst damage. Eto na ba yun? Eve lang pala ang kailangan. 4-10 ang scoreline dito ni Exort. And Butters, eto na ang pagbangon ng api.
Eager to come back at NXP gets the 2-0. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
What a way to end this game. NXP nakabawi and here we go.
Oh my goodness, Yawi dito with the taunt.
Ito na ang simula ng mahaba-habang linggo sa social media. Ito na simula, NXP proving everyone wrong. Slumpy yung kanilang game number 1 nung Friday. Pero ngayon nakabawi at talagang binuhos nila yung mga pagkakamali this time ng Bren. Pinanish nila ng pinanish. And wow, 2-0 para sa NXP. Nabawi nila yung pagkatalo nila last season.
And that winning /meme moment was brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Put your game face on and finally say goodbye to those awkward itcha GG moments. Thanks to Head and Shoulders, 100% dandruff-free and itch-free. Now, mas mabango pa.
Ibang klase pinakita dito ng NXP. Mukhang pinaghandaan talaga nila. At ito yung makukuha mo kapag champion ka talaga, Butters. Ang hirap ngayon ang posisyon ng Bren dahil sila on top of the mountain. Ang sakit ng laglag nito. And again, wala silang bawi sa NXP sa buong season.
And eto guys, papasa na natin dito kay Midnight kasi kailangan na natin malaman ang kanyang mga sasabihin. So Midnight, our resident analyst, please take the floor. Any minute now.
Oh my goodness, walang bawi ang Bren Esports for their entire regular season. Playoffs na kung sakali ang bawi nila against NXP. Once again, welcome back to the Analyst Desk. My name is Midnight, and NXP, you just witnessed them demolish the world champion on that game number 2. Ngayon, titignan natin yung mga reasons kung paano ba nangyari to. Let's first look at the stats of these teams. Following stats are brought to us by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of MPL. Free to game great with Smart, free games for all. I would love to say that the Ling last pick was beautiful on the side of NXP. Could have been a Bruno, could have been a Granger, pero hindi. Sabi nila, balik tayo.